night descends with shadows deep. In blood heaven, no souls asleep. The blood moon rises in crimson light, casting its light upon the night. Winds howl through the hollow trees, a whispering chant carried on the breeze. Under the blood moon, in Bloodhaven skies, darkness awakens and the dead arise. Wolves in the distance, the witch's song. In Bloodhaven streets the night belongs. Lanterns flicker, casting ghastly forms. In the cemetery something stirs and storms. The graves crack open, their secrets revealed. In Bloodhaven no fate is sealed. A chill creeps in through stone and bone, as spirits of the lost make their presence known. Under the blood moon, in Bloodhaven skies, darkness awakens and the dead arise. Wolves in the distance, the witch's song. In Bloodhaven streets the night belongs. Through cobble streets, footsteps fade, ghostly hands reach from the grave. No mercy here in the blood moon's glow. Bloodhaven's light is all you'll know. Under the blood moon, in Bloodhaven skies, darkness awakens and the dead arise. Wolves in the distance, the witch's song. In Bloodhaven streets the night belongs. From the blood moon's gaze the shadows sway. In Bloodhaven's light the night will stay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Inner Sleuths live stream. Today we have a very special bit of information to go over here. There's not a ton there. A lot of the stuff we have already been talking about here on the channel, but we do have a date now for the Proving Grounds. That's what the next patch is going to be called. Before we get into that, we have a subscriber goal of 1,000 that we're trying to reach. You can see it up there in the top left corner. If you guys would not mind dropping a subscription on the channel, greatly helps out. Lets YouTube know that you guys like the content we're putting out. Helps spread the word about the Inner Sleuths and all the great work that we're doing here. So if you guys would like to help us reach that goal, please consider subscribing. Huge shout out to all of my channel members. The channel members list grows every single day, and this would not be possible without you guys. So huge shout out to you guys. Thank you for all the support. It really means a lot to me to know that you guys enjoy my work enough to want to support it here on the channel. So thank you for that. If you'd like to become a channel member, you can hit the join button down below. We have 3 different tiers of memberships. They come with a bunch of different perks. I'm still trying to get some merch in the works there for everybody. I know I get a lot of people that are asking me about that, so I'm working on getting that sorted out, but I don't know when that will actually be ready to go. We have a lot of stuff happening here on the channel. I just got back from a little mini vacation celebrating my anniversary and my wife's birthday, but I am back at it now, right in time for the Proving Grounds patch to be announced when it's going to be coming out. Spoiler alert, it's November 5th. But if you guys do not mind helping us reach that 1,000 subscriber goal, when we do reach 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a 24-hour subathon where several hours will be put on the clock to start off with, and then that clock can be extended further and further into the future, closer and closer to that elusive 24-hour mark. I don't know if I can do 24 hours. Like, I literally don't know if I can do it. I'm going to have to sleep the whole day before, but we'll get that scheduled once we reach that. We're doing another giveaway. Congratulations to last month's winner. We're doing another giveaway this month where we're giving away another copy of PAX Day. So if you guys would like the opportunity to win a free copy of PAX Day, get you some extra plots, give it to a friend. If you're thinking about getting PAX Day, but you're on the fence about it, I still have high hopes for this game. There's been a lot of chatter on Discord and stuff. A lot of people talking this, that, or the other about what's going on with the devs. I think the devs are not very good at PR and information, telling us what's going on and things like that. But I still have high hopes for the game. So if you guys are looking to get into this game, win a free copy here on the channel. All you have to do to enter is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment on any of the uploads this month. So I normally do about a stream a day or a video a day. I took a little bit of time off because we just got back from vacation. But if you guys would like to have a chance to win that, just be subscribed and leave a comment on every upload. You can get an entry. Thank you for that subscription. Really appreciate that, Egbert. You can get an entry for every upload that I do this month. So throughout all of October, every upload that happens, including this stream, after this stream becomes a video, if you go leave a comment on it, that's one entry. You can only get one entry per upload, but every comment you leave will get you an upload on all my different videos. So go and leave comments on all of my past content that has come out this month already. We have a lot of fun stuff in the works. I'm really excited for you guys to see the Veiled Mythos. It's a new podcast that I'm starting that's going to be talking about a lot of player-created lore as well as lore in the game. Starting off by covering our deities. Arachnavar is going to be one of the first ones that's going to be unveiled. You can find all of this over on our website. Oh, thank you, Cooter. Cooter just became a junior sleuth. Thanks for that. Cooter Pooter, really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I really, really appreciate it. If you link your YouTube to your Discord, over on our Discord server, the community Discord server, which is Cheeky Buggers United, you can type !Discord in chat and you'll get a link over there. We have a really great community. It's not just about PAX Day over there. It's about all kinds of stuff. We play Star Citizen together. It's just really a great place to hang out and have fun with people. But if you link your YouTube to your Discord, you can get all kinds of perks over there as well. I'm going to be making special chat rooms for you guys to say thanks. But yeah, type !Discord, get a link over there. What the heck was I just saying? Well, thank you for that channel membership. And I lost my train of thought. I was off on something there. But yeah, anyways, if you link your YouTube, you can get the perks over there. If you guys want to join us in game in anticipation of this patch coming out, make sure you get your applications in early. I think this is going to be very, very big for the game. It's going to explode with new people joining up, new people signing. Win a free copy of the game here. Tell your friends about it. Get them over here. Have them ask questions and stuff too. My favorite thing to do. Cooter's dropping the brisket in chat. We actually got brisket while we were out of town. But yeah, get your friends over here. Get them involved as well. It's a great community. It's a great place to hang out. Type !Website if you want to get your application in early. We're going to get flooded with applications. It's going to be a really, really big patch. I'm anticipating huge turnout. I'm kind of concerned that they only have 2 shards for us, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. Not much we can do about that, but we're going to talk about everything here in this episode of PaxCast. It's probably going to be a long one. We have a ton of stuff to go over. If you guys want to talk about anything that we already know about that isn't covered here in their posts, just sound off in chat. If you're new here, don't be shy. My favorite thing to do, my absolute favorite thing to do, is to hang out with you guys and chat with you and answer all your questions and have dialogue and discussion about the stuff that's coming out around PAX Day here on PaxCast. We have a bunch of other episodes of PaxCast that you guys can go back and check out as well that have a lot of really great information in them and a lot of good conversations with everybody. Oh, but yeah, the Veiled Mythos, that's what I was talking about. The Veiled Mythos is going to be a little mini, it's not going to be a mini series, but they're going to have mini episodes in there, probably about 5-10 minutes long each, where I'm going to be just basically narrating a lot of things that have to do with our own lore. If you type !Wiki, you can get a link over to our Wikipedia page where we have a compendium of all of our information that has to do with our clan and people's backstories, our deities, all kinds of lore and RP over there. A lot of fun stuff. Make sure you guys check that out. But the first one that's going to be coming out is probably going to be Arachnavar. or maybe Velskavard. I'm not sure. Those are different deities. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I put a poll out last stream asking what you guys wanted to see in terms of, some new content, and it was overwhelming. People wanted to hear a lore podcast. So I'm going to do my best to oblige. Let me know what topics of the lore you guys would like covered. These are much more scripted. They won't be live streams. They will be videos or podcast form videos. I think you're really, really going to like the first one that's coming out. I'm going to be releasing the first one tomorrow. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss that upload. We have a big event coming up. It's not really a big event. It's a small event, but we have the Omen of Oblivion, A World's End. That is Saturday, October 26th, 2024. You are hereby invited to the Omen of Oblivion, A World's End. This will be an RP event, as well as an open chat about what is to come after the wipe claims our world. See you in Bloodhaven. Starts at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Well, that's the gathering, and it's actually going to start at 6 p.m. We don't really have too much planned in terms of like mini games or anything like that. It's more so just let's just hang out in Bloodhaven, have one last hurrah before we send off this world into the next. It's going to have a little bit of lore behind it with the purging of our world and the gods and things like that. But it's just going to be a hangout for us to hang out on stream and answer your guys' questions and talk about our thoughts going forward for the game. That is the Omen of Oblivion, A World's End, coming Saturday, October 26th, 2024. And this works perfect because the wipe is coming on the 5th. So I was right in my estimation that it was going to be early next month that we're going to be getting this wipe. And now we're going to have the Omen of Oblivion, A World's End right before that. We got a ton of people in chat. I know you guys have a lot of questions. We're going to be talking about that here. Make sure you share the stream far and wide so we can get as many people in here to have this conversation with as possible. I'm really looking forward to getting into a lot of this stuff with you guys. Get your applications in early to join the Order of the Blood Brothers! Website. We'll get you a link over there. Very simple process. It's to keep out all the trolls and bad actors. There's a lot of stuff we have to get into, guys. I know you have a lot of questions. I know we have a lot of stuff to go over, but we're going to go through it like I always do, and we're going to break it down here one step at a time. If you guys would like to interact with the stream, you can type !Tangia in chat. It'll get you a link over to our Tangia page. It's more so for when we're doing gameplay videos, because if I die or something, you could put wasted up on screen and some fun stuff like that. But I'm going to go ahead and unpause Tangia now, and we're going to get into this article. It's great to see you guys. Happy to be back. Really, really excited to be doing this live stream again with you guys. I normally do live streams every single day, but again, I just got back from a little mini vacation, so hopefully you guys didn't miss me too much. Bean, Chef, Red, Maven, Cooter, Chris. Really great to see you guys. Salty Veteran, great to see you guys all again. Thanks for stopping by the stream and hanging out with me here today. Let's get into this, guys. The Proving Grounds patch is arriving on November 5th. That's going to be November 5th, 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. And it's going to be 4 hours of maintenance. Right out the rip, I just want to let you guys know we are going to be on the Nyx RP server. There's only going to be 2 servers going forward for North America. I think this is a big mistake. We can get into why I think that's a big mistake, but I think that's a huge mistake to only have 2 servers, especially only have 1 RP server. And we can get into as to why I feel that way a little bit later in here when we get down to the actual shards. But there's only going to be two shards, and it's going to be at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, November 5th, when all this is taking place. We did get a lot of our questions answered as to what's going to happen with our stuff, because they were kind of vague at first. They were saying in a post that they were working on a method to be able to keep our stuff. And then on the other hand, on Discord, they were saying the only thing that's going to be kept is your character and their equipment. It was very vague. We talked about that on some previous episodes of PaxCast, but now we have a lot more information about that. If you guys have any information as well, when we get to these certain topics, I unpack things as we go through them. Make sure you guys are vocal in chat so we can, maybe it says poor Danny, so we can have your guys' voices heard and we can get that information out there to everybody. I love to theorycraft here on the channel. PaxCast is more for hard facts. We do go off on little tangents and theorycraft at times, but I will let you guys know that it's theorycraft, that we don't actually know X, Y, and Z. I take the devs and with their releases of information at face value, and we break them down here on the channel. Chef says, remember people, thumbs up on the video as it really helps the channel and prompts our favorite creator, Voidlock, to continue making more amazing free content for us all. I really appreciate that, Chef. Thank you so much. Silent, great to see you. Hope you're having a great day today, Silent. Just stole a ship while people were clearing a bunker. They're not happy. Oh no, you stole their ship. You pronounced Lloydvok incorrectly, Red says. All right, let's get into this article, guys, and let me know what you think as we go through this stuff. They start off by saying, hello, Paxians. We're happy to announce PAX Day's first major content update, Proving Grounds, will be deployed on November 5th at 11 a.m. UTC. And again, I believe that's 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. We already anticipate a 4-hour maintenance for deploying this update. So does that mean 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? So that means around 9 a.m. we'll be able to actually get in, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I think that's what that means. Richard, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day today, Richard. We're just now getting into the article. We're going to break down every bit of information we have about this upcoming wipe for PAX Day. So it looks like 5 a.m. Central Standard Time is when it's going to be deployed, which really means 9 a.m. we'll be able to get in. I'm going to be monitoring this day 1, hour 1, minute 1 with you guys. I'm going to be here on the ground, so to speak, from probably 4:30 a.m. all the way through this. We're probably going to do another 30 days of PAX Day. If you guys don't know, I did 30 days of PAX Day. When the game first came out, we played PAX Day 30 days straight, like 10 hours a day. We streamed it all with you guys. It's going to be a wild trip. I'm going to need a lot of help from everybody to make sure we get everything organized and get it all situated again, because they're wiping our clans, they're wiping our everything. Everything's getting wiped besides our characters. So it's going to be a lot of logistics here. It's going to be a little hectic, but just bear with me, guys. Everything's going to be all right. We're going to get it all dialed in. Let's see, we'll catch up on some chat here. Theorycraft, the servers will be locked down for the first hour and will not be able to place plots in our designated areas. Salty Veteran, I'm not a fan that guilds are going to be wiped. May take a lot of time to get them back together. Exactly, but so the thing with the clans being wiped, it's going to be a lot of work for people like me or running these clans and my admins and moderators from my community, as well as my officers and clan in game. It's going to be a lot of work for us. But it's not going to be as bad as we think, I don't think. And this is why. They're going to wipe the clans, and that means like getting 135 members back into our clan, getting them, maybe they have different names. We have to get them revetted, verified. I have to update the website and the roster with their new names. It's going to be a lot of logistics for me and everybody to take care of on the back end here, but that doesn't mean that you can't get in and nothing's really going to change with getting in and getting your plots placed. So once we're in on our server and we get our slots secured, and I do have some information about character names as well. That's not very clear on here. I did verify it with a dev. It's not really going to be super bad for the average player, because you guys will get in and you'll just submit your applications, once you find our clan, and then you just wait to get approved and then put back in. You do not have to resubmit applications to join the clan. Once you're in, you're already a part of the verify. So I changed the way that you actually get verified to be a community member. In order to join the Cheeky Buggers United Community Discord server, you can get a verified CBU tag over on the Discord. That means that you're just a general community member. You can play any games with us, any private servers we host. We host all kinds of private servers for stuff. We got a Minecraft one coming out relatively soon. It's in beta right now. You guys can test that with me if you like. But once you're in the community, you're good to go. You can then join whatever you want in the community. And if that is the Order of the Blood Brothers, which is our PAX Day clan, then you're good to go. You can just join, but you don't need to reapply or anything like that. You just need to resubmit in game in order to get accepted in. It's going to be a lot of work for us to verify and vet people who are reapplying. But for the normal person, you're going to get in, you're going to place your plots down. We're already going to have our plan on our goals and things that we're going to be doing leading up to this. We're probably going to have another Sanguine Council meeting for the Order of the Blood Brothers relatively soon to get everything straight. Now that we have more information, we actually have a map showing the changes and stuff now. We had some things that Silent had made little overlays before, but now we actually have the full map, all the different areas and provinces and stuff. So we're going to be going over that again. I said there's a lot of stuff to go over in this episode of PaxCast, and I meant it. Chef says, Void's Day, number 1, accept person 1, accept person 2, accept person 3. Exactly. But Luckily, I'm going to be able to get Maven in there. We're going to be able to get our officers in there. We're going to be able to get my moderators and my channel admins on there, and they're going to help with the process as well. It's not just me, guys. I have trusted people who are helping with all the stuff behind the scenes. I have editors and things. So it's not just me. I can't take all the credit for that. It's going to be a huge undertaking by everybody involved, all of the trusted people here and all my moderators and admins and stuff like that. It's going to be a big undertaking, but we'll get through it. So don't worry about that, guys. We'll make sure that's all taken care of. 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, November 5th, 9 a.m. Probably the servers are going to be opening Central Standard Time. The prominent theme for this first verse, which they call a content update, they call it a verse, is enabling players to experience adventure earlier in the game via a series of connected features and changes. A world revamp bringing enemy camps closer to the home valleys, reworked enemy factions. So we are actually getting the Inquisition and the overhauled factions and things like that. I do take it now. Gear rebalance, new spells and equipment, supported by all-around improvements to the combat feels. This is going to be a big combat update, guys. Huge combat update. We went over a lot of the combat changes and stuff before. Hey, Nico, how's it going, man? Welcome in. Nico says, the new geography probably breaks a bunch of things, so it makes sense deleting the current shards. Yeah, but they didn't have to really change the name, to be honest. I mean, we spent 6 months building up Danu RP, US East, Danu RP, all the time saying it, getting into people's brains. And now it's going to be Nyx, which is kind of a silly little name to begin with. That's the only thing that I really had a problem with was, I think my mic was a little too close. It was a little too hot. There we go. That's the only thing I really have a problem with was them changing the name of it. I mean, it is what it is, right? We're going to build it up just the same. So it's not that big of a deal. I think the main issue is only having 2 shards. I think that's a big mistake. I know that at the end here, let me pull it up really quick. Let's see. So these are not current numbers. 371 players right now and 445 across all shards. And some people, again, argue that this doesn't include the Steam. It could include Steam number, or it could include non-Steam numbers. There is an API that allows servers to report back actual numbers. This could be using that, or it could just be Steam numbers. Even if you inflate for people who aren't on Steam, there's not a lot of people playing the game right now. These numbers are going to explode. They're going to absolutely explode. So I think having only 2 shards is a big mistake. Let me know what you guys think about that. 2 shards, is that enough? 1 RP shard, is that enough? Everybody's going to be on the RP shard. Everybody's going to be on the RP shard because they know it's going to have longevity. People are playing on an RP server for longer because we're role-playing. I think we're going to get a lot of people who aren't role-playing or have no intention of role-playing joining the RP server simply because they know it's going to have population. And we're going to get into some of that a little bit further down here. Also, don't name yourself Nico Fluffbread. I'm riddled with tattered sigil debt. People will come for you. That's hilarious, Nico. That's a good way, actually, to keep people from taking your name. I have a little bit of inside information on the naming thing. I got verified over on their Discord. I got it all straight, so I know how the naming stuff's going to work when we get down to that section. Yeah, I think everyone's going to be trying to keep their name, and I hope everyone in our clan tries to keep their name because it'll make my life easier with updating the roster and everything like that. So they say right here that their first iteration, their first patch called the Proving Grounds is going to be enabling players to experience adventure earlier in the game. We know that they're overhauling the early game experience. They're going to be adding in smaller camps and bases for people to infiltrate. They're adding in some early game magic and overhauling the balance of the weapons and the combat. It's going to be focused on early game progression. It's going to be focused on smaller groups of people being able to clear stuff. I love this about the game. I think this is going to be really great to have new players who are getting into the game for the first time, as well as smaller groups of people. It's going to help them have more fun earlier. It is a social game, so playing with other people is going to be inevitable. Interacting with people is going to be inevitable, but all of these changes are going to, especially the journal and stuff, is going to make it so much more user-friendly. It's going to make it a lot easier for new players to get into the game. I'm really looking forward to seeing those changes. Karen, great to see you. Really isn't enough. We need more servers. I definitely agree. And I thought that, maybe they could have more servers. I think having 2 RP servers would be great because that's where everybody's going to be going, is to these RP servers. And then after the population dies off, if it's going to take another 3 months to get an update, 4 months to get an update, like the next one, which I don't think it will. I think they're hoping to get another update out before or around the turn of the year. So probably with New Year's, we'll have another patch. Supposedly, I don't know. That's not verified, but that's what they had. There was whispers of that they were wanting to. But even if they had more servers, they could consolidate later, let you do realm transfers with your characters. We already know realm transfers are a possibility because look what's happening right now. My character that's on Danu RP is going to be able to select a new shard going forward. So we're going to be able to pick where we want to go. I think they should have had more servers. It's like with World of Warcraft. When they released Classic, they had a bunch of servers, and then the population died down and they merged those servers together. I know when we're building and stuff, you can't really merge the buildings, but they could do the same thing. Give them all their building materials back in this little mailbox that they're going to be giving people, which again, we're going to get to that down below. We're getting a mailbox. We're going to be able to keep all of our stuff. And then let them bring all their stuff over to the new server. I would even be okay with that. But having only 2 servers, they said they did some calculations and they think that this is going to be good. I am highly skeptical of that. I think it's going to be a shit show. I think the servers are going to fill up like day one, unless they've increased the population and they just haven't told us. If they increased the population caps on these realms because they increased their, they have better server tech now or something like that. I don't know if they did, but if they did increase population caps for these servers and maybe even for the home valleys, because the home valleys and stuff did get reworked a little bit, maybe the populations are higher. We don't really know until it's going to happen or until they tell us more. Chill Game, how's it going, man? Welcome into the stream. I just hope big streamers stay away from the RP shard. I don't want to see a bunch of big dead builds after 1 month. Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, I stream, but I'm dedicated to this. My clan was one of the last holdouts. We have 135 plus members now at this point, and we do our best to keep the RP alive. I'm right there with you, though. I don't want to see big clans that aren't going to RP joining just to have it become ghost towns and things like that, or just to have them harass or not get along with RPers who are trying to RP. It's really going to ruin your immersion if you come across whole clans and whole communities of people who have no intentions of RPing, while it's going to be a big clash. Everybody in our clan wants to RP, and then nobody in this other clan wants to RP. There's going to be a lot of metagaming and stuff going on. I just hope that they fixed a lot of the bugs and the exploits. Really big exploits that should have been fixed day one are still in the game, guys. Karen says, yeah, they will stay on RP servers. Salty Veteran says, I guess with one RP server, all your friends and enemies in the future, in future engagements. Maybe, yeah. Chris says, focusing on new player experience and dropping the number of servers seems pretty contradictory. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it, Chris? Maybe unless they're trying to really push people to all be in the same server together. Maybe they're trying to give those new players a better experience regardless of when they're joining. Again, we're doing a giveaway this month. We're going to be giving away a copy of PAX Day again. I wasn't sure if I was going to be giving away some Star Citizen package or if I was going to do another PAX Day game package, but we're going to be giving away another copy of PAX Day to a lucky winner. Again, all you have to do is be subscribed and comment on all my uploads to get entries into that giveaway. But if you know someone who's trying to get into the game or thinking about getting into the game, this might be the perfect time for them because the new player experience is going to be changing. And send them our way. We'd love to have them here at the Order of the Blood Brothers. But yeah, it is a little bit contradictory. They're shrinking down the servers, and they're probably going to fill up really, really quick. Chef says, I feel bad for Dolavan again. Red says, Golden City is going to turn into Golden Slums. Oh my gosh. Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, welcome into the stream. Hope you're having a great day so far. I think the servers are bigger. I have a feeling they might be also. I think they're working on their server tech because, again, at the end of the day, the main goal with this is for it to be an MMO. So they're going to need to have huge servers. I think they're trying to push their server tech, kind of like Star Citizen's doing right now. They did their 2,000 player shard test for each of their servers and stuff like that. They just did that test and it went pretty good. I think they may have increased their server population caps. I could be wrong. We don't have any confirmation on that, but I think they did. Bean says, hope we get data mined map in a newly developed zone. We don't need data mined one, Bean. They actually released it. I'll show you a little quick peek. It's actually right here, and I have the high res one downloaded. So we already have the information regarding that. We're going to be going over that and showing you guys the new maps and stuff. It's in high res, so we'll be able to zoom in pretty close. And you guys will have to let me know the areas that you guys want to check out. I'm still not sure where we're going to be going just yet after this wipe. I know a lot of people are going to be moving around to different zones and stuff to check out and try out new zones, getting ready for 1.0 full release. So it's going to be fun to see. Red says increased population should increase player, should be also include increased plot placements. Just saying. It could, yeah. It could have. Kathleen, how's it going? Welcome into the stream. Golden City said they're moving to a new area. Oh, they did? Okay. Do you know where they're moving to? Kathleen said they said they'll do that every wipe. Interesting. That's cool. Well, we'll get to find out where they're going to be going to. Yeah, I'm not too sure where Bloodhaven's going to be going just yet. Bloodhaven, we took over Tremin before. I mean, Tremin was 3/4 our plots. I mean, we have probably 400 plots plus between all of us. It's insane. We have 135 members, very big clan. We had a lot of RP fun though. I'm thinking we're going to separate an RP area from our main town area where we're doing business and stuff. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of crossover, but it will be cool to have an area like dedicated to roleplay builds. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and people would really enjoy that. Having a tavern, people's houses in like a residential district. I think that would be a lot of fun for everybody. We fully plan on going back into all of our roleplay. I'm doing that lore podcast, The Veiled Mythos, which is coming out tomorrow. It's going to debut. That's going to be a lot of fun to go over those lore podcasts with you guys. But I really want to embrace the role play even more. We did a lot of role play this past wipe. I'm really looking forward to doing a ton more with you guys. So make sure you guys are subscribed, join our Discord, get active in the community. It's going to be a lot of fun after this wipe, guys. It's going to be hectic at first. I know it's going to be hectic, but I think it's going to be good ultimately. Red says, if there isn't a plot placement increase, there's going to be so many homeless street urchins. Oh, man. I think that they're going to be increasing stuff across the board. That's just a hunch. I don't actually know for sure, though. Chris says exactly. Kathleen says, I'm Jasmina from Raven Watch, by the way. Welcome in, Kathleen. Great to have you. Bean says, Mr. PM Pickles that map too. I will. I'll put it over on our Discord and everything. You can download it from their site as well, but I'll put it on our Discord in PAX Day. I'll put it in Oathsworn, and I'm going to bring it up full screen here as well when we get down to it. Let's continue down through this article, see what else they got in store for us. So they're doing reworking enemy factions, the gear is getting rebalanced, new spells, new equipment. We zoomed in on a lot of those new spells. We were trying to figure out what they could have been. We looked at some of the new equipment and stuff that we saw in people. Again, make sure you guys check out previous episodes of PaxCast so you can get caught up with all that. But if you want to talk about it here, I'm more than happy to go over it again too. No problem, Bean. It's not all combat nor new characters. The introduction of the journal will help navigate crafting recipes. The revamped world map comes with a new biome to explore and new resource distribution. Yes, you will have to relearn your surroundings. I'm okay with this. I like this stuff. When maps get updated and changed, I think moving resources around, I like that. I think that they should be dynamically spawning resources as it is. I think that based on our influence, and this is Theorycraft, but I think based on our influence in the world, you should be able to dry up resources and have to find new locations for things, and stuff should have to pop up in different areas. I think that dynamicness adds a lot to the game, or could add a lot to the game. But they're just redistributing the resources here, so we're going to have to relearn where stuff is. Not a big deal. I'm looking forward to exploring that with you guys, going out on foot day one to find all of the new stuff. So they say it's not all about combat. Again, that journal, we talked about the journal previously. The journal is going to be a big help to a lot of people. I think it's going to, hopefully they let us pin recipes with it, but I don't know if that's coming with the first iteration. The journal is going to be a very nice addition to be able to have all the information we need in one nice, clean, neat place for crafting and just even for looking stuff up. I'm also excited to see the new biome. We talked about the new biome. We brought it up big screen last podcast, last PaxCast. The new biome looks pretty cool, and I like how they're redistributing the enemy camps and stuff as well. They're moving them all around. Chris says, I had really hoped they would have introduced a new mob faction. I would like a little more variety in the enemies. Well, I think we're getting a lot of, we are getting a lot. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull something up for you. We're getting a lot of changes here in terms of enemy different types of enemies here. Let me pull up this really quick 1 second. So we do have this. Where is it? Hold on. Screen images. Uh-oh. Is it way off the screen? I think it is. Oh, here it is. I found it. Oh, let me shrink this a little bit. It was way off my screen. I think that they're doing it kind of the right way. Before, I know you want to see new factions, but before introducing new factions, I do think it's important that we get the existing factions fleshed out. And here is what we can expect with some of the existing models and enemy types. So as you can see here, you have your basic knights, you got some upgraded guys, you got your casters, you got your two-handed guys. I think that the tactics of these guys are going to be, you have longbows, short bows. I think the tactics of them are going to be changing. If you notice, there's two guys holding two different staffs. Maybe one's a healer, one's a mage. You got somebody with a two-handed war axe. There's a lot of different enemies here. So I do think that before we're going to be getting new factions, they're going to be overhauling the existing factions. I think this is probably going to come along with Zebian overhaul as well. That's not confirmed. But if they're going to be overhauling the Inquisition and it's called Proving Grounds, I would think maybe we're going to be getting changes to the Zebians as well. And I think this is the right way to do it. Before you just introduce more and more on top of it without actually fleshing out and, making the old factions quality and have a lot of depth to them, it would just feel like more empty hollow shells would be being added in. So I'm happy to see that they're going to be overhauling. We know that they're getting new bases. They're getting new ring forts. They're getting new mini bases scattered out throughout the lands, and presumably new enemy types. We don't know for sure, but here is just some of what we know about them. So you can see all of their different armors, staves. I don't know is that dude holding a dagger right there in the middle? Looks like he's holding a dagger or something. I can't really tell. So I do think that they're going to be fleshing out the existing factions before we get new ones. Red says, agreed, would have loved to see wild savages, look at the orcs or kobolds, looking jungle people. That would be really cool, honestly. I mean, I'm looking forward to getting stuff like that as well. But I do think you have to polish what you have before you add new stuff. And I think that's the whole point of this early access beta phase, is to find the issues, get them resolved, flesh out the stuff we have, then keep adding new features. That's what it seems like they're going to be doing going forward. Hurry up, Lloyd Vach, pull it out. Bean says, funny, none of them are focused to wear knee pad or forced to wear knee pads. Oh, like the goofy knee pads that we get. Hopefully that changes. They have said that they're rebalancing. They say right here they're rebalancing the gear. So hopefully that means that we're going to be getting armor that actually makes sense. It doesn't make sense to go from full plate legs that are jack plate and then go to actual plate pants made with steel and you just have knee pads. That was a little goofy. I agree there 100%. But things like that, I mean, it's just visual. As long as it's consistent, hey, it is what it is. But I do hope that they add some cooler looking armor. We did get some glimpses into some of the new armor aesthetics. Bean says, oh, maybe we can craft scale mail. I did see some pictures of scale mail. We talked about those on previous episodes as well. I showed those. I do think that we're going to be able to make scale mail. It looked pretty cool. If the Red says, if the Zebs don't look like starved, zombified, malnourished followers of Imhotep from The Mummy Returns, I don't want it. They look kind of like that right now. Chris says, yes, plus best shield is a dinner plate. Exactly. Yeah, the dinner plate's the best shield. It's a little goofy. So I think that stuff, we've put in F8 reports. Again, make sure you guys are putting in F8 reports and don't be shy. Let them know the truth here in chat, because this stuff's important for the devs to hear. This is a platform for us to all be able to talk about these different issues that we think need to be corrected. And I think that having a dinner plate is a little silly. Red says the only kite shield you could make baseline was a wooden board, utter trash. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I think that, they say we're going to be getting new gear and stuff like that, and they're rebalancing it all. I think we're going to see that change. We have to remember that we're in early access, everybody. We are in early access. They're using this as a beta. The game, when it comes out, I think is going to be almost unrecognizable to what we have today. We're going to go through so many iterations and so many overhauls and so many changes to the game that I think a lot of these systems are going to be completely unrecognizable come 1.0. But it's not all about combat, guys. They're introducing that journal, and there is going to be a lot of resource distribution changes and map changes, which we're going to get into down below. This change is a resource distribution is also a necessary step for the future economic system. I have heard, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but they said that we're not actually getting the economy with this first update, which blows my mind because the very first thing that they told us was for sure this first update is going to have the trade stalls and the gold economy. I'm not crazy, right? That was the first thing we knew about this update, was that it was going to have trade stalls and a gold economy. And now they're saying necessary step for a future economic system. I don't think we're going to be getting the economic system in this. I thought I heard someone else say that too, that we're not going to be getting the economy in this update. I could be wrong, but that's how I read it here. And that's what I remember reading over on the Discord as well. We're also making several under the hood changes, including upgrading the game to Unreal Engine 5.3. For a detailed list of changes coming to the game, we'll post full release notes as we get closer to the update. Well, the update's not that far away. I mean, November 5th is not that far off, so I would think that we're going to be doing a lot of episodes of PaxCast. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss any uploads or any live streams. We're going to be doing a lot of episodes of PaxCast leading up to this release, and then we're going to get into that 30 days of PAX Day again. As mentioned previously, the geography of PAX Day is changing. With this update, making the world wipe is going to be necessary. All details on the wipe and answers to your most pressing questions are in the dedicated FAQ. There's a lot of reading, so here's a quick summary. We're actually going to go over to those FAQs after we get through this whole post, and we're going to go through all 5 of the FAQ pages, and we're going to break it down entirely. It's going to be kind of a long stream, guys, but we're going to go through it all together here so we can get this all documented, bring you guys the news and the info and our thoughts on this as soon as we can. Egbert says, I'm wondering if the L envelope being added is access for our stored stuff. It is, 100% it is. I do have confirmation to that. They show us down below and over in the FAQ. That envelope is not for a mail system to send mail back and forth. It is to redeem your stuff that was lost from the wipe. That's exactly what it is. Everything from your plots. We don't know exactly what it's going to include. Is it going to include everything in the chests? Is it just going to include building materials? I think it's going to have everything that was on your plot is going to be carried over. It's not going to be for sending mail, though. I would love to see mail, but it is for all of your stuff from your plot. Red says tower shield, kite shield, Greek split shield, and actual spiked targe. Chris, this stuff is as simple as stat changes in skin. Yeah, I hope that we get all that stuff, honestly. That'd be really, really cool. Kathleen says, I suspect what they mean by it is resources will be rarer, harder to get, and require more transportation, which will encourage trading. I hope so, because I hope that we're getting, markets. I hope we're going to be getting the caravans and stuff that they had hinted at before, having mounts to be able to pull those. Red says, rarer scares me. Tattered sigils are already a needle in a haystack to amass, and don't get me started on crimson leashes. Those were like diamonds in a salt mine. I don't think a lot of that stuff's going to be getting more rare, to be honest. If anything, I think they might even get more common, but they will be locked behind more difficult dungeons. I would love to see that, honestly. Make the dungeons harder and make them more consistent to get, but fix the bugs. Don't let people mez fireball. Don't let people sit on a wall and stab down at the mobs in order to kill them and farm them over and over again. It defeats the purpose of a beta, and it ruins all the rest of the data downstream. So hopefully they fix those bugs, do a full wipe for the next wipe, and get rid of all of those cheated in and exploited in items that were put into the economy. I'm kind of glad that the economy is not going to be coming this update, because it would be broken. It would be dead on arrival, considering that so many people have cheated and exploited in so many items by going into dungeons and mez fireballing and sitting on walls and stabbing bosses in the face over and over again repeatedly. I mean, there are people who just have, every dungeon run we go on, you see someone glitched on a wall or mez fireballing every single dungeon run. It's crazy. They need to fix that stuff before bringing in the economy. Otherwise, it makes your money worthless. There's going to be such bad inflation that your money's going to be worthless. The only way you're going to be able to actually do trades is by bartering. So I'd be kind of happy to see that the economy wasn't going to be coming in this update, even though it's weird because it was one of the first things they told us was even going to be coming in the update. So they say the too long, don't read is Proving Grounds will be deployed on November 5th, introducing a revamped world map. All current shards will be deleted. A new set of shards will be available after the update. Existing plots will be removed, but we're keeping their contents for you. You'll get all your materials back. See, here's the thing. We're keeping their contents for you. You'll get all of your materials back in a special inventory called the Redeeming Queue. So does that mean all the items in the chest as well? Because not everything's a material. What if it was like a sword? That's a piece of equipment. I believe we're going to be getting it all back, but this is what I'm talking about with the vagueness. It's like, what do you mean by materials? Is this just building materials? So you're just going to get your wood and raw materials back. Does it mean anything that's crafted won't be kept because those are full products like a sword or armor and stuff like that? I think it means we're going to be keeping everything, but I'm not too sure because materials is very specific. This is the part that concerns me. This is going to be a lot of work going forward. Clans are wiped and you'll have to create them after the update. And then here's where I have a little bit of inside information for you guys. It says your characters are untouched. You'll need to select a new shard to play along with your name if yours has already been taken. They did say that your character name will remain. This is exactly how I think it's going to work, and I did verify this with a dev over on the Discord. You have a character right now, let's say me, Voidlock, on US East Danu RP. Danu RP is not going to exist in the future. On November 5th, Danu RP is gone, deleted, poof, doesn't exist. That being said, my character Voidlock still exists, but they're not assigned to any shard. The new shard that we're going to be going to is Nyx RP. I'm going to have to log in day one, minute one, onto my character Voidlock. I'm going to have to select which shard I want him to be associated with. So I'll then pick Nyx RP. Now my name is reserved. If somebody logs on and takes the name Voidlock or whatever your name is, if somebody takes that with a new character before you select your character and select your realm, they now have your name. Same with your clan names. If somebody, and normally I don't tell people and give people ideas on how to exploit and do, metagame and stuff like that, but I think this needs to be said because there's a way around it. You have to be there as quick as possible, people. You have to get on as soon as possible. Get your character switched over to the new realm to keep your name. You need to be there minute one. Second one, you need to be there. And then you have to recreate your clans. If you don't want people stealing your clan name, I'm going to be logging in on Voidlock, second one. I'm going to be logging in, securing my name. I don't have any alts, so I'm just securing my main name. And then I'm going to be creating the clan Blood Brothers in order to secure our clan name. I think this is a big mistake for mainframe. I think this is going to cause chaos. It's going to cause drama. It's going to cause just utter destruction of some people's reputations. I mean, you're going to have people getting in and stealing people's names, and then they're going to go around and wreak havoc. Now, even if someone does take my name, obviously I stream, so people are going to know that that's not actually me and that this is my new name if someone somehow does get my name. If someone does take our clan name, I'll be able to just make a new clan. Again, I stream. My entire community will know the new clan name and we'll go forward from there. But it's not going to change our identity. It's not going to change our role play. It's not going to change anything like that. But I do have concerns about that. So make sure 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. when it goes live, you're logging in on your characters. You're getting your character name reserved by logging into your character and selecting your new shard. If that is the Nyx server, we look forward to playing with you. If it's not, just make sure you get your character name locked in and secured. That's exactly how it's going to work. Your character will be released from your existing server shard. You will not be able to switch regions. So if you're only on North America, you will only be able to pick from the 2 North American servers, the shards. If you're on EU, you could only pick from the 2 EU server shards. You cannot switch a character that was previously on the EU server over to the North America server shards. You cannot do that, they've said. which seems a little odd, but okay, whatever, it is what it is. Probably a back-end server limitation. I hope the populations are increased. I really do. Because I think that day one, everybody's going to get locked out. I know I'm bringing about 135 people. There's other big clans that are going to be joining in there. I think it's going to get locked down pretty quick. Zones are going to get absolutely just rushed with people putting down their plots. And if they have not increased these numbers, it's going to be kind of frustrating for people. I think there's going to be a lot of trolling and a lot of bad stuff happen in day one, but we'll see. And if it does happen, it does happen. We'll just go with the flow. That's all we can do, right? There's not much we can do besides voice our opinion on these things. I'm going to be logging in as fast as I can, and I hope you guys are as well to get that stuff locked down. We're going to be going over the dedicated FAQ section after we finished going over all of this. Egbert says, what I saw was you get everything with the exception of the items that are being removed from the game. Some weapons are being removed, I know. Yeah, two-handed swords and some other stuff are getting removed from the game. That is true. So yeah, you're not going to be able to keep things that obviously don't exist anymore. Here's the new map. I'm going to pull this up big for you guys. Give me 1 second. All right. Here we go. I'm going to blow these up as big as I can. Here is Ancient, so you can see. Let me make it a little smaller, actually. You can see Ancient here. These are the new maps. You can find this over on their Discord, on their website, as well as I'm going to be posting it on our Discord. If anybody wants it, you'll be able to get it over there. You could download it. They're high res. You can blow them up really, really big. My initial concern is I know they're trying to bring a lot of these smaller camps closer into the Heartlands. The problem I see with that in spreading them out all over the Heartlands is you're going to have little camps of Zebian and Inquisition and stuff like that scattered in between people's builds. They're all over the place. You can see them in the Heartlands. There's a lot of those little tents. Those little tents are all new camps. Those are all little camps that are going to have enemies. You're not going to be able to really take those over. It's going to be pretty strange. I think they should have had less of them in the Heartlands to allow us to build, especially if they're going to be increasing the population cap, which we don't know is coming for sure. But if they're going to be increasing the population cap like I suspect, having all of these new camps is going to just restrict our freedom to build that much more. So there's Ancient. This is Mary. This is where I was in the alpha. When I was on the alpha, I was right in the middle of down. Pretty cool zone there, but you can see the distribution of all these little camps. It's going to make building cities and stuff a nightmare. It really, really, really is going to limit the areas that you're going to be able to freely build in. We have Lioness. Let's see Lioness. Did this change a lot? Silent, we got to get an overlay switching back and forth of Lioness. I wonder if PvP is going to be coming to the greater area. With it being called the Proving Grounds, I wonder if they're bringing PvP out to the Wildlands now. We know that's going to be a thing. We just don't know when it's going to be a thing. But I'd like to get an overlay on this one, Silent, if you don't mind. If you guys don't remember, Silent made some really cool overlays showing the differences between the different zones. Oh, yeah. And Silent, you should be able to do overlays now, high-res overlays with the new high-res maps, and you should be able to do the entire map because we don't just have a little section of it now. We have the entirety of the new map. But I don't know if Lioness really changed that much. It looks like the gates are in the same spot. Yeah, the gates seem to be in the same spot. We have carries. This is where we previously were. We were in Tremen. It looks like the gates are all in the same... Wait a minute. Hold on, let me blow this up bigger. Is that a ruined gate up there? Oh no, it's marked with the swords because it goes to Lioness. That's right. Okay, they did change it to show you which one's leading into the PvP zone. And you can see that gate in the top right of Carries, northeast of Tremen. That has the swords on it because that goes to the PvP zone. But you can see the distribution of these small camps, man. They are dense. There is a lot of these small camps. And then we have Inisgalia. There's Ardene's right down there where Ravenhall is. It doesn't look like too much has honestly really changed with them. I'm sure there's one of the things they have said is leading in and out of the Heartlands. They've put roads now, and you can definitely see right there the southwest exit of Tremin. It now has a path leading out of it, and they've made them wider. They've tried to make the Heartlands less confined, so you're not going to have as tall of mountains on the sides of them anymore. It's going to be a lot more open, which I think will be pretty nice, honestly, to allow people to not feel so claustrophobic. But those are the changes. If you guys want to see more stuff or look into if you notice anything different about this that we need to go over, make sure you let it be known here. Red says if the small camps have like 2 to 4 enemies in them, that's it. He'll be disappointed. I think they're only going to have that. Yeah, I think they are small camps. They're made for smaller groups of people. Again, they're trying to change the new player experience. They're trying to change the solo player and the small group experience. So I think those smaller camps are going to have fewer enemies, maybe even only 1 or 2 enemies. That's what they're for, though. They're for these smaller groups of people. And you can get the high res right here. If you go to playpaxday.com and you go over to this post on their updates page, their news page, you can get a high res download right there as well. After the wipe, we'll open a fresh set of shards listed below. We highly recommend that you liaise with your friends and clan members to decide in advance where you want to go. You can already access the dedicated Discord channels with the roles for the shards. So yeah, over on the Discord, they used to have US East ANURP. Those are being deleted, which is kind of unfortunate because there's a lot of memories and events and pictures and stuff that people have posted and conversations people have had on that Discord voice channel or text channel. Those are getting deleted before this update comes out. So those are going to go bye-bye. All the US East. So if there's anything on those that you guys want to keep, any screenshots that you guys have taken that you don't have anywhere else, make sure you download them because the US East ANURP Discord server, the Discord channel on the official PAX Day server is going to be deleted. So save anything that you guys have over there. The new servers are EU is going to have Mimir and Artemis RP. North America is going to have Apollo and Nyx RP. And C is going to have the Nadu, which is a lot like Danu. It's a little strange there. But we're going to be going over to the Nyx RP on the North America shard. You DM'd them to me already. Let me see this. Hold on. Okay, let me download this really quick. Whoops. Bear with me 1 second here, guys. I know my screen just went white. I'm downloading this that Silent just sent me. Let me pull this up and we're going to look at this. This is Lioness, I take it. Yeah. So here's Lioness. Check that out, guys. Thank you, Silent. Silent literally just made this for us on the fly. Just got it imported, downloaded. This is Lioness. Let's see. It doesn't really look like maybe the gates, the one gate on the left, the top left moved a little bit. Then it goes to his phone after. Here, it's going to replay here. It looks mostly the same. I don't see any changes at all, really. Yeah, looks identical to me. That gate on the left seems to have moved down a little. We'll let this play one more time. Let me know if you guys notice any changes on here. It looks exactly the same, though. Like the roads are even lined up perfectly. Holy crap. Red says, feel not so claustrophobic, bro. They're going to have 5 shards per region to 2 shards. We're going to be packed in like Bangladesh, India. Oh my gosh, dude. It looked exactly the same to me, Red. I think you're being sarcastic, but it looks exactly the same to me. The terrain is more flattened out in some areas. Oh, you think it might be? Yeah, it might be flattened out in some areas. It's hard to tell looking top down on a map like that. Whole maps are easier than parts of maps. Oh, I'm sure. I missed it? I'll bring it up again. Show me what I missed. What I missed, Red. It looks identical. Where? Where's the huge change, Red? What, what am I missing? Are you trolling me? What's the big change? There is no change. It's the same. All they did was move that gate on the left. That top left gate got shifted. This is the same map. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the exact same map. But we're going to be going to Nick's RP. If you want to know more about what our team is working on, we've recently published a series of articles on combat, introduction of the new journal, or the changes coming to the world. We'll publish more details on the upcoming changes in the following days. There's not a lot of days left, guys, leading up to this release. So this is probably going to be coming very soon. These updates, if they are going to be releasing more information the following days, again, we only have a couple weeks until this really releases. So I think we're going to be having to do a lot of episodes of PaxCast, which is great. I love, it gives us more stuff to be able to talk about here on the channel. Gives us more conversation to be able to have with everybody. They go on to finish it off here saying this is just the start. We're already working on the next updates to the game. We'll have more news for you shortly after the deployment of Proving Grounds. Stay tuned. I'm happy that they're giving us anything, if I'm being honest. I'm going to hide this browser overlay here 1 second. We're going to bring up a wide angle view because we're going to be going into the dedicated FAQ section now. So bear with me 1 second while we get this pulled up. Here we are over on their FAQ now. Red says the pooping grounds. I think it's going to be a good update, honestly. I think their lack of communication has left people in the dark. So a lot of people are salty about that, but I think the actual update itself is going to be good. The combat changes alone look substantial. The new spells, there's going to be a lot of stuff to relearn. I'm excited for it. I'm really looking forward to this. It's funny, like on one hand, someone will call you a fanboy, and on the other hand, someone will call you a doomsayer. I just tell the truth. That's my number one thing here, is to bring you guys the information with an unbiased opinion and just call it what it is. I like to bring you guys the information as fast as I can and be as honest as I possibly can about it and give you guys my ideas and information about it and have chats with you guys here about what we know is coming. I love to do theory craft. I'm going to be having fun with with more RP series in the future as well. But I really do, Red, I really do think that it's going to be a good update. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think they just suck at letting us know what's coming. I think they just don't have a PR team. So it's just whoever's just throwing this stuff together. I don't know, because it's all discombobulated. They contradict themselves over on the Discord compared to their posts. It's kind of a shit show when it comes to that, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can really do about that. I think the update itself, when it comes out, will actually be a really good, I think it'll be a really good update. Bean says, me too. Yeah, I think it's going to be really good. Red says, mainframe, really speed running any percentage. Worst girlfriend to ask where she wants to eat. Chris says, I think the changes are decent, but they're going to need to follow up with more patches in reasonable time frame. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the more the better, as long as it can be balanced and fixed. I'm looking forward to getting as much content as fast as we possibly can. Kathleen says, yeah, their PR team could really use some help. Absolutely. They really, really need a lot of help, like a lot of help. So here we are over on their website. This is the Proving Grounds wipe general information, and they have like 4 other pages dedicated to this update as well. This is posted 10 hours ago, so this is fresh, guys. When are you wiping? The wipe will occur during the maintenance on November 5th at 11 a.m. UTC. Maintenance will last about 4 hours. So again, that's November 5th, 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, 4-hour downtime. So 9 a.m. we'll probably be able to get in. I'm going to be there minute 1 with you guys. I'm super excited to get in there minute 1 with you guys. I'm going to be probably going live a half hour before this even takes place. We'll have a mini PaxCast and chat before it even comes out. And then we'll log in together. We'll go through the stuff together, showing new people prospective players expect exactly what they can expect. Day 1, doing another 30 days of PAX Day, Proving Grounds Edition. It's going to be a lot of fun. Why are you doing a wipe? So we already know a lot of this stuff, but I'm just going to go through this and burn through this with you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about any of this stuff, please let it rip in chat. I do my best to get to every single message that comes through. I will always get to super chats, and I will do my best to get to all of the channel members' chats. Channel members, you can see they have a little star next to their name, and they got a green name there. They get some other perks that go along with it. If I do miss your chat, I apologize. It's hard to get to every single chat when I'm going through content, especially when we get into RP. Sometimes I'll miss some stuff, so I'm not intentionally ignoring you, but I'm going through some of the content here. Red says they can hire at least one dedicated community liaison as their PR team. I nominate Coloco. Give that man a job that pays well, and he's for sure can do it. 30K, 30,000 salary to be upfront and honest. Yeah, I mean, I think they definitely, I mean, we don't know if they have a dedicated person. Who knows? Maybe they are paying him to do that. We don't really know. But sometimes these articles are put together and they feel like they weren't put together properly, like they were just thrown together. So they talk about why you're doing a wipe. With this first verse or content update, we are changing the geography of the world of PAX Day. This we know, allowing us to introduce a new biome. This we know as well. We've talked about it. We've shown it. Review the resource distribution, move the PvE locations, adding enemy camps in the process. We are also adjusting the borders of the home valleys in the process. So that's why they have to do this wipe. A lot of people are like, why are they wiping? I don't understand why they have to do a wipe. Listen, they have to do a wipe because they're changing the entirety of the maps. They're moving stuff around. They can't worry about, hey, is this person's house going to be at the bottom of a valley or the bottom of a mountain now? Or is it going to be at the bottom of a river when we move stuff? They can't worry about that, so they're just wiping it. We knew wipes were going to be a thing coming into early access. So it's no news there, and I'm not too worried about it. Oh, you sent 2 more? I'll grab those here in a second. Remind me when we get to the end if I haven't shown them yet. I'll have to download them silent, and then we'll try and show them off. They go on to say, these changes require a reset of all plots, as most of the places where you are currently placed will be transformed after the update. Your current home could be at the end, or could end up being at the bottom of a lake or below a mountain. Fear not, the content of your plots will be transferred to your characters and are not going to be affected. Or they're going to be transferred and your characters will not be affected. See below. The wipe is also an opportunity to remove all inactive plots and gather the active player population on a new set of shards, which ought to provide a better gameplay experience, and as you'll encounter more adventures to play with. This fresh start will give each of you the chance to create new alliances and new builds, and above all, new adventures. Some of that I agree with, some of that I don't. I think that having 2 shards, like we talked about before, is a problem. It's going to be a big issue, guys. Only having two shards. It's going to be a big issue. Even if they increase the population, they'd have to have increased performance, because the biggest thing for me is the more players that are on screen, that really seems to be the issue. So if everybody's logging in all together on the same shard, popping into the same regions and stuff, people are going to be lagging out left and right. It's going to be crazy. Gwydion, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Gwydion says they should have just done a true wipe. Cowards. I would have liked to see a full wipe, if I'm being honest. But I think the reason they're not doing a full wipe is because they want us to be able to pick up where we left off gear-wise, and I think that's because we're getting new equipment. I think we're getting higher tiers of equipment, more magical stuff. We may even be getting new dungeons to explore. That's theorycraft. I don't know for sure. We may be getting new dungeons with harder bosses, maybe even some real bosses and not these placeholder ones that we have. We might be getting world bosses. Who knows? But there's got to be a reason why they're not wiping our characters. They want us to continue our progress to test the new tiers of equipment probably that are going to be added in. What are you wiping? Here is what will happen in a nutshell, they say. So this is right here. Here's what will happen in a nutshell. All current shards will be deleted. A new set of shards will be available after the update. So all the shards, USC, Stand RP, gone, deleted, poof. All plots will be removed, but we're keeping their contents for you. You'll get your materials back in a special inventory. They talked about that over on the update that we just had. They called it the redeeming queue. That's where we're going to get all of our stuff back. It's going to be in the top left corner of your screen. It'll look like a little envelope. You'll be able to click it and redeem all of your existing stuff from your builds. This is the part that concerns me here. All clans will be wiped. You'll have to create after the content update. And again, they have said these are first come, first serve. Your characters are nearly untouched. Your gear and inventory will be removed and put into the special inventory, details below. You'll need to select a new shard to play in and a new name if yours is already taken. So again, what's going to be happening with our characters is if you have a character of Jim Bob over on US East Danu RP, Jim Bob's name will exist. If I make a character before you on the new server called Jim Bob, when you go to move your character, it'll make you change your name. So even though your character name will still technically exist, it doesn't exist on the shard that you're switching to because you haven't moved your character there yet. You're gonna have to log in. You're probably gonna have to pick your new shard, get in there, and secure your name. I would like to see a name reservation, but I understand why they're not doing it. I mean, it's early access, but Maven says, "Hey, Jim Bob." Chris says, "Yeah, I wonder if they're changing the shard limits on players from the 75-ish, what they seem to be, to what they have now." Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be changing that. I hope so. I really hope so, because we shard at like every event that we do, and it'd be nice for everybody to be able to be included and feel included. I mean, it's a social game. Nobody wants to come to an event. We had some people at our festival that we did, the Festival of Realms, where people got sharded out and they just saw nobody. They really couldn't have any fun with us. That's kind of a shame. Gwydion says, actually read the characters supposedly just have to be renamed at that point. Oh, let me see. Transferring to a character that you can't use because some troll took your original name, blocking you from placing said character in the shard, locking you out of all your stuff. No, I don't think that's going to be the way it's going to work. I think it's going to be how World of Warcraft does it. If somebody already has that name in World of Warcraft, when you're joining a new character, making a new character, or switching a character over to a new shard or new server, it actually prompts you to just rename your character. And that's why they said you'll need to select a new shard to play in and a new name if yours is already taken. So if your name's taken, you'll just have to change your name. You're not going to lose all your stuff. You're not going to lose your character. You're not going to lose your skills or anything like that. You just won't have that name. So when I go to switch over with a Voidlock, if someone has already taken Voidlock, I'll have to just use one of my alternate names and then go from there. Chris says, yeah, it's not that bad as Gwydion points out, but still opens up some opportunities for griefers. Yeah, and that's the main problem. Without having any game masters in-game or any regulations on the RP servers or any regulations really at all when it comes to stuff like that. Now, they have stopped griefers in the past. They have banned people for things that I know personally have taken place that required a ban. They have stepped in certain cases. So we don't know exactly what they're going to be doing going forward, but I presume that they will be trying to help mitigate a lot of the issues that could arise from this. So that's what we have on the general information page here. For the FAQ, we now have 4 dedicated pages to more FAQs. Let's go over to the Shard and World. So here is the Proving Grounds Wipe Shard and World FAQ. I'm taking Voidlock. You can be Lloydvok. Please don't. Please don't. What will happen to the shards and maps as we know them? All current shards and maps as we know them, all current shards will be deleted. A new set of shards will be available after the update. At the same time, we're also changing the geography of the game. You'll have new worlds to explore, new distribution of resources and biomes, and new PvE sites to discover. How are the new shards? So this is like, you could tell there's a language barrier. How are the new shards named? I mean, I guess that makes sense. The new shards are, so we talked about these a little bit ago earlier here in the stream, but we're going to be going to Nyx RP. That's where we're going to be. That's going to be the hot place to be. Can I move to a new region? You can create a new character in any region within the limits of your account's character slots. You will not be able to move your existing character to a new region. However, characters are bound to the region where they were initially created. So see below for more information about characters. So you're not going to be able to go from the EU region with your character over to North America, over to the sea, or vice versa. You're not going to be able to do that. They're all going to be they're all going to be locked to their region, but not to their shards, because those shards, again, don't exist anymore. Kathleen says, I'm going to work the same. It's going to work the same for clan names. It'll be first come, first serve, so griefing can occur. Exactly, and that's why I'm going to be there day one to make sure we get ours locked down. Absolutely. And normally I wouldn't want to put the idea and plant the idea out there for people to grief, because now people are going to see this and they're going to go and do just that. They're going to try and steal names and stuff. But when something can be done about it, I like to warn you guys. So that way, you know, kind of like how when you place plots down next to people, you got to be careful with who's placing plots next to you, because if they place their plots in such a way and then lift them up in a certain way, they can expose pieces of your property by essentially shrinking your property. And then they can destroy parts of your build and steal some of your stuff. So I warn people about that stuff because there's something that can be done about it. You sent all 4 of them, Silent. Thank you for that. We'll pull those up here as we get closer to the end. Which shard can I choose to go on? If I was playing on an RP shard, do I have to choose an RP one again? They say you'll be able to pick any shard available in that region where your character has been created initially, regardless of the RP tag. This is where a lot of my concern comes. I know for a fact there are people who are going to join the US East. I know it's not really US East anymore, even. They got rid of that. It's just North America now. If you're on the North America region, everybody's going to be on the Nix server, because people even switched over to US East Danu RP after the fact, because that's the only place people were still active. All the regular servers are going to die off once the content has been burnt through. My main concern is that I just really hope that people are in good faith when they're coming over to hang out with people on Nix, because we have a lot of RPers. We want to enjoy our role play, and we have had a lot of problems as it is with people who just refuse to role play on a role play server, and it boggles my mind. Why are you on a role play server if you have no intentions of role playing? You should be in character, having fun, role playing as a medieval person, going around, respecting other people's RP, and being in good faith. But we already had problems with that, so I think it's only going to be worse, especially only having 2 shards. The Apollo server is going to be dead. The only people who are going to be on the Apollo server are going to be people who want to just burn through the content, see what it is, and then put it down until the next update. Nix RP is going to be where everybody's going to be. And that's just a fact. Every single person's going to be on the Nix RP server, because RPers and non-RPers alike know that that is where it's going to be happening. That's where people are going to be. But the reason people are going to be there is because it's for RP. RP can help a game stay alive for a very, very long time. And people are catching on to that. So I'm kind of concerned about the sheer volume of people who are going to be joining who have no intentions of role-playing whatsoever. Are home valleys and provinces changing too? Home valleys and provinces keep the same name, and the location of the home valleys within the province did not change. However, the borders of some home valleys have changed to fit the new landscape. And there are more roads and paths between the wildlands and the valleys, preventing potential blockades. I'm a fan of that. I think that that's the way it should have been done from the beginning, but I'm a fan of that. Having roads actually leading out of the valleys prevents people from just blocking it off. We talked about that on the last episode of PaxCast. We showed you some screenshots and stuff that the devs had given us on what they're trying to prevent. It looks really nice. It's a nice change. Finally, the resource distribution, as well as the biome name. So all the biome names have actually changed as well. And we have a new biome. So it's going to be really fun to go out and explore the world with you guys again. And they've changed a lot of stuff to improve the difficulty progression. Can we already have a glimpse of the new world map? So yeah, we already showed the world map. They have a link there for you guys as well. What will happen to our existing Discord shard roles and channels? This is what I was telling you guys a little bit about before. The US East Danu RP rooms over on Discord are going away. They're being deleted. So again, make sure you download anything from there that you don't want to lose. That's going away. And you can already sign up for the new one as well. I already posted our event over on the new one as well. You can already access the Discord channels, the upcoming shards, and choose in the choose a role section. As for the channels and roles of the formal shards, they will be removed 1 week after the deployment of the content update on November 12th. So November 12th, they're going to be deleting those shards and chat rooms from the Discord. This should give you ample time to arrange yourself and your clanmates and friends and decide where you want to go. So that's what we know about the shard, and world FAQ. Let's go on to the plots and resources. Proving Grounds wipe, plots, and resources. And again, I know I'm going kind of quick through these FAQs. A lot of this is existing information that we already know of. If there's anything you guys notice, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, make sure you bring it up, because that's what this is all about here. This was posted 5 hours ago. Will all plots be wiped? Yes, we are reshaping the world. As such, all plots, active and inactive, will all be wiped. You'll be able to claim your plots again when entering the world. After the content update has been deployed, please note that as all maps are being evolved, or are also evolving, you might have to explore to find a new spot. Will I get my resources back, or will I have to start from scratch again? Good news, you won't have to start everything all over again. We're implementing a new system, a secret stash named Redeeming Queue, shared amongst all your characters within the same region. That's interesting that it's shared amongst all your characters. Does that mean that we're going to be getting the permission update, which is going to allow you to actually share your plots across characters, alts and stuff like that? I'm not a huge fan of alts. I think it's, especially on an RP server, is just a way to troll people. But you're going to be able to share the Redeeming Queue, this little secret stash, with all of your other characters, apparently, that are on the same region, meaning US East. So regardless of what server you're on, that's going to be, all your equipment is going to be kept on there. All your gear your character has equipped and items in your inventory, all the furnishings that were on your plots, all the components used to make building pieces and crafters placed on your plots, all the items from the containers placed on your plots, and all the processing crafters on your plots and the materials in each task. Only the materials placed in the crafters will be returned. The output will not be returned, even if the task is complete. So it sounds like the only thing that we're not going to be keeping is if you have a leather tanning station and you have some leather that has finished processing and it's actually in the output will not be kept. It sounds like that's the only thing that will not be kept. Everything else, all the contents of your containers, all of your building pieces, all of that stuff is going to be kept and carried over in this Redeeming Queue, which can then be accessed by any character that is on the US region. As long as you're in the same region, all of those characters can access the same Redeeming Queue. That's kind of interesting. So if you have alts that you had collected stuff on or had equipment on and placed stuff on, it's kind of going to funnel it all together. Chris says that queue is going to be insane in length. I wonder if they're going to have some sorting or filtering on it. I would hope so. I would really, really hope so. I would think so. With the new journal coming out, they're probably going to have some new UI elements for it. They say right here, note, all the items, weapons, equipment, etc. that will be removed from the game after the maintenance will not be returning, as they won't be available to players anymore. So that's two-handed swords, one-handed axes, which is a big bummer because I really like one-handed axes. I think they're really cool and they have some unique features to them. But they're removing one-handed axes, two-handed swords, and I think a couple other pieces of equipment are getting removed from the game. Will I need to rebuild my house, village, castle from scratch? Yes, you will have all the resources you used in your stash. However, I wonder if we're going to be able to pull from that stash, or if we're going to have to pull it out one at a time from the Redeeming Queue. Are we going to have to pull it out like one stack at a time into our inventory, or will it be kind of like, here's a giant inventory of stuff and it's considered to be in your inventory so you can just build without having to pull stuff out? That would be a nice touch. I have a feeling we're going to have to pull it out one at a time though. Bean says, rip all the folks that moved. Well, I mean, they're going to be able to keep their stuff and they're just going to have to rebuild. We're going to be rebuilding Bloodhaven wherever we end up moving to anyways. So I'm not too worried about that. The Redeeming Queue is shared. Oh, wait, hold on. I think we missed something here. Well, we want to do this in the future. Okay, here. Yeah, blueprints. So yeah, you will. They say, will I need to rebuild my house, village, castle from scratch? Yes, you will have all the resources you used from your stash. However, you will not have the blueprint for your building. While we may want to do this in the future, we do not have such systems in place yet that will give you the opportunity to build something new. Or this will give you the opportunity to build something new. They mention here a blueprint. How freaking cool would that be? There's a mod for Minecraft called Schematica which would allow you to import schematics, and it would show like a ghost outline of each of the blocks as you're supposed to place them to build up things that you have built in the past, to make it easier to remember how you actually built something. It sounds like they may be trying to do something like that in the future, a blueprint system. Maybe you could sell blueprints for castle designs or something like that, or building designs. That'd be really, really cool. Make it a lot easier to build things for people who aren't architecturally inclined. That would be pretty interesting. How can I access the redeeming queue stash? They show a little picture here. You get a little thing where you press L to open up this stash. The redeeming queue is shared across all characters from a single region, EU, North America, C, and will gather all resources you previously had in this region if you were playing on multiple shards. Even if you were playing on multiple shards, you can access the redeeming queue from any of your characters within that region. So again, all of your characters, any alt, as long as you're on that region, you'll be able to share stuff. I wonder if you could put stuff, I don't think you can put stuff back into it. It's a redeeming queue. It's not like a storage queue. So you're not gonna be able to move stuff back into it. You'll only be able to withdraw most likely. If you had plots in multiple regions, they won't be combined. Instead, you'll have a stash per region. Oh, wait. That contradicts what they just said. A redeeming queue is shared across all characters in a single region. But then they say if you had multiple regions, or if you had plots within multiple regions, oh, okay, never mind. Multiple regions, meaning EU, NA, C. So that's the distinction there. You'll have different stashes per region. I thought they meant like per shard. So yeah, it's per region. It says here, World Wipe Package. Whoops, there we go. World Wipe Package. We had to wipe the world, but we made sure you can immediately start building. We collected all your items and materials from your plot, including all materials from your buildings, in the redeeming queue menu. So there you go. That's what it's going to look like. Oh, here we go. Here's a little example of what it's going to look like. You open it up and it says refunded items. Here you can find your previously gathered materials and items. You can take these to your inventory to start using them again. So you will need to pull them out. Look at that clay, 14,040 clay. Oh my God. Well, at least we won't have to run clay and planks and all that stuff, at least at the beginning. Wooden winches. So it does break stuff down to their raw materials, it looks like. Your wooden winches for your wells and stuff, they get busted down. Nice rock, 248 he's got there. Curved longbow. Oh my gosh. You can search at the top. Okay, you can search. So whoever asked if we'll be able to search, you will be able to search. There's a search box right at the top. I don't know why they have... Oh, it's probably because durability. There's curved longbow on here twice. I bet you one is like maybe damaged or something. They have different metadata attached to them, presumably. So that's why they're in there as two different entries as opposed to the same entry. Holy crap, they have a lot of information here. Note that this stash does not work like a bank. While you can pick items that are stored here, you cannot deposit any. Yep, so I was right there. You're not going to be able to put stuff back in. What if there were some structures, chests on a joint section between two plots or more? One of them not belonging to me. Who is getting what? When you place a building piece across two plots, the system looks at the center point of a piece to decide on which plot it should be allocated. So I guess whoever the center of the piece is placed on, that's who gets the material. Bean says, wonder about all the food items. I know myself had over 20 boxes of meat. I think you're just going to get it all. It's just going to be popped in this storage, right? It's just going to be popped into the storage, into your redeeming queue, and you'll be able to pull it out. I mean, that's kind of nice, actually, because if you have a lot of stuff in there and you don't need to pull it out, you don't need to make chests for them. You can just keep it in there and then pull it out as you need it. Are you going to be able to pull this stuff out in dungeons? I hope not. That would kind of break it. I won't need to bring 17 bucklers with me. You can exploit that. You can metagame that by just not bringing food and not bringing bucklers. You could even game the system by making sure everybody has the stuff they're going to need to run these dungeons in their global inventory, in their redeeming queue, before the wipe happens. So that way they have food and they have bucklers and new weapons and stuff ready to go for when the wipe does happen. So that way when we go to do dungeons, you won't have to worry about bringing an inventory full of health potions and stuff like that. You can just pull them and then give them to people in the dungeon, freeing up a lot more of your inventory space. I hope that you're only able to access this in the Heartland. I hope. And Mainframe, if you're listening, please try and implement that. That would really break dungeons a little bit because you're not going to have to bring the provisions with. You're going to have a lot more inventory space going into these dungeons because you're not going to have to bring the provisions. So I'd hope they'd make it so you could only access it in the Heartlands. Kathleen says, I was hoping they would make it like a bank so we could have, or we wouldn't have to have a zillion chests around. Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of nice, but I understand why they won't be doing that. Maybe in the future they'll have some type of, large guild storage chests or something that you can unlock, or I don't know, maybe in the future they'll have something like that, but at least you can leave stuff in there that you don't have to pull out just yet. It's going to allow you to get organized pretty easily though, because you can put the chests down first and then just pull the stuff out. In my clan, some plots belong to inactive players, but still contain some resources. Will they be lost? If the plot is accessible to me, public/clan permissions, should I transfer everything on my plot before the wipe? Only the plot owner will get the resources, props, and items from the given plot. If a plot belonged to a clan member or a friend who is currently inactive, and you fear that you might lose what's on it, we recommend that you move everything on your personal plot, provided that you have access to their plots, of course. We will not be able to assist you in moving resources or props. Also, we remind you to play nice and play fair. Well, yeah, I would hope people would play nice and play fair, but a lot of people aren't going to. That's actually a really good question that I'm glad they clarified that. So if somebody has a plot that's set to clan, they're still the owner of that plot. They're still going to be the one to get the stuff put into their own personal redeeming storage chests or inventory. Almost all my resources are on my plots are not owned by me. Clan plots and chests, do I still get them back, or will someone else get all my stuff? Only the plot owner will receive what's on the plot. If all the resources are stored in someone else's plot, we recommend you discuss with them to take back the resources before the content update is deployed. Karen says, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I have to tear down the whole halt. Yeah, I guess because they're spread out over a lot of different people's plots and stuff. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. So you guys built your castle, your holt on a lot of different people's plots, and now those people may or may not even be active. So you don't want to lose all those building materials. So you're going to have to tear it down, put them into chests on your plots. Interesting. Yeah, that's something definitely to consider. Should I start panic moving all my resources from the clan chest plots back to my own clan plots? It's a matter of trust, really. If you don't trust your friends or clan members to play fair or share the resources in a fair manner, after the content update is deployed, then you should start moving your belongings back to your personal plots. Otherwise, splitting the resources or props amongst the clan members so you can rebuild everything faster could be a better solution. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. I mean, like we did before, I'm going to be building my apothecary again, and I'm going to be building a personal house in the residential district and business district, respectively. And we're going to be helping everyone else collect anything or distributing extra excess goods to people as necessary to help them build their stuff. Because I know not everyone's a lot big into building. Not everyone wants to really collect a bunch of resources. As we always do here at the Order of the Blood Brothers and with the Cheeky Buggers United community, we're going to be helping everybody out, making sure that everyone's getting taken care of with everything that we need in order to rebuild. Ya says, trust? It's a video game, LOL. Well, that's the thing, too. I mean, we have a lot of trust within our clan. Our clan is built on loyalty and honor for one another. We make sure that we're helping each other out. So I don't think we'll really have an issue with resource distribution. Like, we've never really had that in the past in our clan. So I don't foresee it being an issue in the future. My clan mates and I have disputes on which resources were mine. Can I arbitrate? or can you arbitrate it? They're not going to be getting in the middle of anything, guys. Unfortunately, we won't be able to assist you with moving resources or attributing or arbitrating any of what belongs to whom. So yeah, they're not going to be getting in the middle of any of this stuff, guys. It's going to be up to us to decide those things. So make sure you get that all sorted out with your clan members. My clanmates learned about the wipe earlier than me. When I logged on, other people intended to hoard resources and stripped my plot. I find this unjust. Can they get in the middle of this? Unfortunately, we are unable to assist in the situation. That is kind of not fair. While we agree this is unfair, we recommend you discuss it with your friends and clan members to find a solution. Yeah, I'm sure that happened to several people, guys. It's unfortunate, but I think some people have already gone on. It's why we have our plots set to private. That's why we value individual property ownership in our clan. We are independents. We are individuals first and foremost, and then we are clan members, and we are united by a common goal and purpose. So I always tell people, keep your plot set to private. We won't really have any issues with this, I don't foresee, but I could see how that could be an issue with a lot of people. If you have your plots all set to clan, people could have gone and torn everything down and piled it up in their plots in order to just hoard the resources. It's kind of shitty, but at least people then let their true colors show, you know. Bean says he stole my cookie. Is there a limit? Is there a limit date? Is there a limit date on which you record everything that's on our plot, which will be saved? No. We will do a snapshot of all plots and items on these on maintenance day when the shards are down. Okay, so whatever's right there last minute, that's what's going to be kept. There's no like snapshot being taken previously. Red says, for those worried about the FOBs, all the resources and stuff in them on my plots will go to the clan. No worries about me getting all the grapes or worms or precious metals. Yeah, I don't think anyone's worried about that stuff, Red. I think we're going to be perfectly fine going forward. We're going to get right back into doing everything how we did it from the start. We're just going to continue to help everyone. We have the bounty board over on our Discord for people to request things. It's going to be hectic, but just hang in there with me, guys. It's all going to work out in the end. Herald of the Almighty, there is for sure a value to allowing people the chance to do you dirty, if only to filter out the bad players. Yeah, exactly. You know, people are going to show their true colors. It's why we have a vetting process the way we do. It's to make sure that we're keeping out all the bad actors and stuff, you know. Can I start accumulating resources in my plot in preparation of the wipe? Yes, it definitely is a good move. That way you'll have an additional stack of resources or props that you can use right away once the patch is deployed and the shards are back online. That sounds like cope to me. They're trying to cope and get the player numbers back up because they know the servers are dead right now. The game is dead right now. So I think it's cope. They're trying to get people back in by saying, yeah, everything's going to be kept. And that may be why, think about it like this. If they announce this and it's a full wipe, nobody's playing. Like nobody, because everything you're doing is going to be deleted in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I think that that's the reason they're letting us keep our stuff. They're trying to keep people active so that people aren't saying the game is dead right now. But let's be honest. The game is dead right now. Like 400 players playing the game across all servers, 445 player peak. I mean, that's crazy, guys. It's dead right now. So I think that's why they're letting people accumulate these resources. Red says, bro, I'm afraid of all the distilleries placed in the fobs. There's a lot of stuff placed in the fobs. Yeah, a lot of distilleries. I wanted to place a plot back in the same space I occupied before the wipe, but someone is faster than me. Can you help? No, they're not gonna be able to help with this stuff, guys. Unfortunately, we are unable to assist. Like at the start of early access, it's all first come, first serve. It's first come, first serve for your names. It's first come, first serve for your clan names. It's first come, first serve for plot location. It's first come, first serve for spaces in the shards. You know, if the servers get full, you're out of luck. Everything's first come, first serve with mainframe. Everything's first come, first serve with PAX Day. There is no reservations at all, which is kind of concerning, to be honest. Plot placement, that makes sense, sure. But character names and clan names, I would like to have seen that reserved carrying over. It would have been a nice to have. But they're not going to be getting involved with any of that stuff. You have to get to the places you want to place down your plots. day one before anyone else does. All right, they go on to say, will you communicate the exact hour of the new shards will open so we can claim new plots ASAP for our clan? The content update will be deployed on November 5th at 11 a.m. UTC, which again, I believe is 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll expect a 4-hour downtime. So does that mean like 4 hours after 11 a.m., which would be 9 a.m. Central Standard Time? That's when they're going to be coming out? Inform you in the Discord channel, and the shards are back online. So they have the Discord channel that you can check out to stay up to date with when that's going to be coming online. Again, I'm going to be doing a stream day one with you guys. We're going to be here on the ground, so to speak, day one, minute one. Probably going to go live a half hour before maintenance even starts. And we're just going to have a really long stream. Maybe we'll play something else while we wait for it to come out. We'll check it periodically. And we're just going to get ready for it to drop. So you'll be able to see it here first. What's the deadline for me to get back to the game and claim all the resources from the redeeming queue? There's no actual deadline. The redeeming queue will be there until the next wipe, of the world. So that means there's going to be another one, which we know there's going to be another one because when we leave early access, we know they're going to wipe it. But I have a feeling there's going to be, I think the next update after this one is going to be a full wipe. I just have a feeling. And they're hoping for that to be around the turn of the year. So we probably have 2 months. 2 months on this server or on this shard before it gets wiped would be a guess of mine. Maybe a third month. So your stuff's not going to go away, though. It's going to be there until the next wipe. I wonder what happens after the next wipe, though. If you have not redeemed everything, and let's say they're going to let you keep your stuff again into the next world wipe after this one, do you have to redeem everything and put it in chests in order for it to then roll over and be kept? I would assume so, yeah. I have multiple characters. How will resources be shared between them? Well, I have to log on to each of them to get everything back. So they've already said that, no, that's not the case. The redeeming queue is shared across all characters on a single region, so EU, NA, or C, and will gather all the resources you previously had in this entire region, even if they were played on multiple shards. You can access them all from that single redeeming queue. Can I choose not to take everything from the redeeming queue all at once and get back to it later when I need it? Of course, the redeeming queue will remain available until the next wipe. Note that the stash doesn't work like a bank. While you can take items out, you can't put anything back in. I would like to know where this is going to be usable. Mainframe, please make the redeeming queue only accessible in the home valleys. Only make it redeemable in the home valley, or accessible in the home valleys, because if people could take these into dungeon runs, it's going to severely change the dynamic of preparing for a dungeon. So there you have it. That's everything we know about the plot and resources on the FAQ here. That brings us over to, characters. A lot of information, guys. Ton of information. Some of the stuff we've already talked about, but there's a lot of good information in here. Again, this was posted 5 hours ago. This is talking about characters. Yas says, peeps are going to have a timely update for their computer. They will have to factor into how fast you can enter into the game. Well, with the maintenance, I think this will kind of be their pre-patch. You'll be able to download it probably at 5 a.m. and then be able to get in at 9 a.m. So you'll be able to have 4 hours to download the patch, I presume. Hopefully it's not, hey, 9 a.m. servers are open, go ahead, download the patch, because then it's whoever has the fastest computer and the fastest internet. What will happen to my existing characters? Your characters are not affected by the wipe. Well, that's not true. They definitely are affected by the wipe. We've talked about, that's why I don't like when they get vague on these things. They definitely are affected by the wipe. Your character name may not exist. They'll retain their skills, gear, and inventory after the maintenance. Their gear and inventory will be moved to the redeeming queue. You'll also need to pick new shards to keep playing, that you want to keep playing on. But again, your name will be reset. They say right here, I'm going to skip ahead a second. Is my character name reset? We do not reset your character's name with the wipe. However, we will offer the possibility to rename your character. So you will be able to rename your character, but if your name is already in use by another player on the new shard you've selected, you will lose your name. So I don't like that they're putting this out here and having these conflicting statements that your character is not going to be affected at all. and that your name's not going to be removed. Your name absolutely is going to be removed. If you do not get in to claim your name, it's gone. So that's misleading, to say the least. Can I choose to move my character to another region? No, you cannot move to another region. You can just change shards. We talked about that. Is it possible to change my character's appearance after the wipe? We do not offer this option yet. If you wish to change your character's appearance, you'll need to create a brand new character. That's it kind of makes sense, but I know a lot of people are going to be upset by that. I know that's not going to sit right with a lot of people. They were hoping to be able to change their existing character's appearance, but it kind of makes sense. That character already exists. So I think we will see something like a barber station or something like that in the future where you'll be able to change your hairstyle and whatnot, maybe a mirror like some games do. But the character name thing, that just seems pretty sketchy to me. So they show us a little screenshot here of what we can expect. So it says select character, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 9 characters. I don't know how that's possible, but they have 9 characters here. And it says vagrant character. The worlds have been wiped, but the characters have been saved from the flood. Oh, okay, so it's a flood. Interesting. The selected character is not in any world, and you will have to pick a new home for them, a world, a province, and a home valley. Don't forget to synchronize with your friends and clan to pick the right starting location. Once you enter the selected world, there is no turning back. So that's what it says when you're logging in for the first time. Presumably, you're going to be able to click your character, and it says staging. Oh, that's the staging realm. So that's why they have so many characters. This is a dev account. They have so many characters here because it's on the staging main. Mary, wait a second. Mary, Gale, Ancient, Mary, Iniscalia, Carries, Marys. Okay. I thought maybe we'd be able to see some new regions here if they showed us some new region names, but they're all there. They have world, team, and main. That's because this is a dev account. But they have all these characters, and it'll say vagrant character. You'll have to hit select world right here at the bottom to pick 9 out of 56 characters. Holy crap, the devs get 56 character slots. You'll have to hit select world and pick your new slot. If you don't, your character name is forfeit. Character creation. Your name is blah, blah, blah. So it looks like right here they have Yayas. And they hit select world. It brings them to this screen now where it's walking you through almost character creation. So it says your name is Yayas, and you'll have to make sure right here that, it says dev detected, bypassing most requirements. They'll be able to make a character name that passes all the requirements. And then they'll hit continue to lock that name in, presumably. The name I wanted is already in use, but I'm pretty sure I was the first one to come up with that name, as it's my own name / the same name I used for every game. Can you please assist me with renaming the other player instead? While this is where we're getting into this, where this is controversial. While we understand your attachment to your unique name, we unfortunately cannot assist. The other player who was the first one to choose this name, we cannot rename them. We're pretty sure you'll come up with another cool name for your character, though. I don't like how they just play that off. You'll just come up with a new name. So if somebody takes Voidlock, my entire persona for my clan and my backstory and all this stuff that we've put all this hard work into and stuff is just, don't worry about it. You'll just come up with new stuff. Just change your roster on your website, make a new backstory for your character, change it on the roster, update it in 15 places on your community Discord, and you'll be all right. You'll just come up with a new cool name. And that other guy who's masquerading around as you, don't worry about that. They're definitely not going to go and make a bad name for you because they want to troll you. I don't like that. I think that's a terrible, terrible move. I hope they reconsider it. I don't think they're going to. That's ridiculous that you can lose your name and not have any reservations. So I basically get penalized for being a streamer of the game. People will always want to target people who they dislike, and people will always dislike you if you're in the limelight. So I get targeted for being a streamer and have a chance to lose my character name with no option for a reservation or anything like that. That does not sit right with me. I don't like that. If I prefer to create a new character, can I still get all the resources from the gear? Yeah, they already talked about that. Again, those resources in that stash, that's going to be shared across all existing and new characters. It's a region-wide redistribution of your resources. Even if I have to delete an existing character to free up a slot to make a new one, yes, the stash is attached to your account. It's not character specific, so don't worry about that. Will my character keep the same home shrine? No, you'll have to pick that again, obviously. While the whole world is being reshuffled, you have to pick a new location. As such, the home shrine will not be the same unless you pick it to be the same. So we did general, we did shards and world, did we do plots and resources? Yeah, we did plots and resources. We're on to clans now. The clan FAQ. And if you guys have any questions about this stuff, please let me know. So this is a Proving Grounds wipe clans, again, posted 5 hours ago. What happens to our clan? All clan information will be erased with the wipe. Names, organizations, and members. If you want to keep playing together, you'll have to create the clan again on the new shard. We recommend that you liaison with your clan members to decide together the new destination, new shards, and all that stuff. Yeah, so it's first come, first serve, guys. For your names and for your clan names. First come, first serve. Kathleen says, yep, that's where I'm concerned about the naming thing. People spend a lot of time building their character's clan reputation and now easily to be griefed. Yeah, I don't like that at all, Kathleen. I think we need to make sure the mainframe knows about that. I really, really hope that nobody gets griefed. I know it's going to happen. I'm sorry for the people who are going to get griefed. It's terrible that we have to worry about this stuff, but there are just bad people out there. There's griefers who just want to see the world burn. There's people who want to see this game fail, so they're going to try stealing my name and clan name and stuff day one. We'll just put them on blast. We'll just let it be known to everybody. This is how they're going to be acting. This is how they want to treat people in the community. I really hope that this stuff doesn't happen. If it happens by chance, I really hope people are cool with it and are willing to relinquish names because they just, maybe someone's just making a new character and you have a common name of like, yeah, my name is John Smith. Well, yeah, obviously that's, I don't think anybody has a name like that, but hopefully they can figure it out and sort it out in a timely fashion with each other and, work with each other. But I think it's going to be a shit show. Kathleen says, but what I'm more concerned about is shard managing names would be difficult. Yeah, I don't know, like if there's 2 void locks and one's on EU and one's on NA, I don't know how they would do that. But that's why name reservations is a good thing. They could open up name reservations, let us know when that's going to be. We could go and just reserve our names so we don't have to scramble day one to download the patch right away to be able to log in, to be able to get our stuff in game. They could just let us reserve our names. But that's more infrastructure, and none of this really matters because it's early access. Again, it's a big deal for us, but to them, they probably don't see it as a big deal. Bean says, looks easy to log in, though, as long as you were ready and hustle from the... Yeah, but we don't know. So it's coming out 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, and it's going to release 9 a.m. Central Standard Time after the maintenance. Do we get to download it from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m.? Do we get to download it starting at 9 a.m.? Because if that's the case, it's whoever has the fastest computer and fastest internet. What if you're over some slow-ass internet in the middle of nowhere, and it takes you a long time to download it? Your stuff's gone. You're griefed. Like, your clan name is gone. If you're the clan leader, it's going to be a shit show. Is our clan name reset? Yes, clan names will be reset. You'll have to recreate your clan again. First come, first serve. Our clan name is already in use on the new shard. Can you help? Basically, whenever it says, can you help? Right here, can you help? The answer is no. They cannot help and they will not help. But they say, well, we understand your attachment to your unique clan name. We're unfortunately cannot assist. So it's just like with the characters. Clan names are decided at first come, first serve basis. And that would be fine if there weren't people who were going to intentionally troll people. Kathleen says, I expect we will deal with queues to log in that day also. God, I hope not. That's why we need more shards. If there's going to be a queue to get in, we don't know if there's going to be a queue, but if there's going to be a queue to get in, that is going to be an absolute mega shit show, guys. I mean, there's no other way to put it. That's going to be a shit show. You get stuck in a queue, you lose your clan name and your character name because of it. Terrible. That would be terrible. The first one to pick that name will get that name. We're pretty sure you'll come up with another cool name for your clan, though. Again, they just brush it off. I don't like that. You'll come up with a new cool name. I have hundreds of videos talking about the Order of the Blood Brothers and my name being Voidlock and all of our personas, showing off everybody's cool names and clan names. Wickhaven, the Vidarian Order, all of our allies, Ravenhall. Just come up with new ones, guys. You'll come up with new cool names. Don't worry about it. I don't like that. I really don't. I think that is going to be an issue. There's going to be grief happening there. Just make sure to inform your clan members of the change so they don't apply to another clan. Are characters removed from clans? Do they need to reapply? This is where the logistical problem comes into play for me as a clan leader of a huge clan. I'm going to need to be streaming this day one. This is really going to fall down to my admins and moderators and officers within the clan to help coordinate this stuff, because I'm going to need to be streaming to bring you guys the content to show people what's going on day one, minute one. Yes, the whole clan structure is being wiped. This includes memberships. Your current clanmates will need to reapply to the new clan, so make sure you inform your clan members of where you're going. Note that this is also a good opportunity to recruit new members. That has nothing to do with recruiting new members. New members could still apply to my existing clan if the clan name was reserved. There's nothing that would stop them. They're trying to make light of it a little bit, so I can respect that. They're trying to, not be all gloom and doom here, but the fact remains that I'm going to have to not re-vet everybody, but I'm going to have to verify. Let's say your name is taken. Your name is John Doe, and you were in my clan before. John Doe was taken. I'm going to be looking for, you're on my roster as John Doe. You have a backstory on my website as John Doe over on the wiki, and now you can't have John Doe. You're going to have to change it to, whatever, John Doe 2. I'm going to have to change it on the Discord. I'm going to have to change it on the website. I'm going to have to change it on the roster. I'm going to change your backstory. I'm going to have to verify that John Doe 2 is you on the Discord by talking to you to make sure that I can then let you in the clan, and do that for every single person. It's a massive undertaking. It's going to be a shit show at the beginning, but let's just get in, get our names reserved, get our clans reserved, get our plots placed down where we're going to be placing them. We don't know where we're going to be moving to yet, per se, but we have a couple places in mind that we may be moving to, some other provinces and things like that. But we're going to have to get in and just start securing land and things like that, and then worry about getting people into the clan. Getting into the clan minute one is not the most important thing. The most important thing is going to be getting into the clan later after it matters, but getting your property and stuff secured first and foremost. That's going to be the most important thing. It's going to be a land rush. It's going to be insane. Right here, they say our clan Elderman never came back. What do we do? You don't need your clan Elderman to create a clan on the new shard you've chosen. Just make sure that you discuss it with all of your clan members to ensure that you all end up in the same shard. Because again, yeah, you're going to need to make a new clan. So if your clan Elderman or your clan leader is gone, a lot of them aren't as structured and organized as the Order of the Blood Brothers is. But for smaller clans, if your Elderman doesn't come back, it doesn't really matter, because you're making a new clan anyway. So someone else will just pick up that title of leadership. How can I know in advance what shards my clan will be chosen? Well, you're going to have to coordinate with them. I mean, you're going to have to talk with your clan, obviously, and figure that out. So there you have it. That is all the information we know about the Proving Grounds over on their FAQ. And from, let me switch this back over here. And from this post. That's all we know right now. We have talked about on previous podcast, previous episode of PaxCast, the things you can expect when it comes to the content. I think there's going to be a lot of secret content in this update. I would not be surprised if we saw new dungeons, if we saw new bosses, new items, new sigils, new crafting, new tiers of items. We don't know for sure on all of this stuff, but I would not be surprised. There's a lot to look forward to. I'm really looking forward to getting into all of this with you guys. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any updates. We have a giveaway we're going on this month. We're giving away another copy of PAX Day. We gave away one last month to a lucky winner. The cat died, won the copy. It has been given to him from last month's giveaway. We're doing another giveaway this month. We're giving away another copy of PAX Day. It's my way of saying thanks to everyone for supporting the channel, to all of my channel members. I'm starting to roll credits. I don't have it set up yet for the stream just yet, but I have a thing that shows off all of my channel members in a credit style. It's going to be at the end of the lore podcasts and any other structured videos that are coming out, like actual videos that have been edited. That will have a huge shout out and thanks to all of my channel members. If you guys are thinking about supporting the channel, you can click down below. You can click join. There's 3 different membership options there. It really, really helps out to keep all of this content coming to you guys. Day one helps with the streams and everything. Thank you for everybody who has shown their support for the channel. We have a subscriber goal of 1,000 again, guys. We're trying to reach that subscriber goal. We are flying past 800, well on our way up to 1,000. There's going to be a ton of people signing up and doing all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, Silent says reminder the maps. Let me get that pulled up really quick while we talk about our outro stuff here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to download these maps that Silent has sent. These are overlays showing the difference between the maps. Let me save this one. This is Carrie's. All right. We got Inesgalia. Let me download this one. Okay, let's get that saved. Once we reach that 1,000 subscriber goal, guys, we're going to be doing a 24-hour subathon. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing multiple different games over that 24-hour period. Several hours will be put on the clock, and that clock can be extended further and further into the future, closer and closer to the 24-hour mark by doing things like interacting with Tangia and gifting channel memberships and things like that. All right, thank you for those. Silent, let me get them pulled up here. So this first one, again, we're going to look at, this is Lioness. There's not really any changes here, unfortunately. It looks to be mostly the same. Huge shout out to Silent for putting these together. This is a transition between the old map and the new map for Lioness. If you guys see anything that I don't notice here, make sure you let me know. Bean says we're going to have another meeting about where we're moving to before the update. Yeah, we're going to be doing another Sanguine Council meeting for the Order of the Blood Brothers over on our Discord. I'm going to schedule that out over the next couple days, but we are going to be doing another meeting, and we're going to go over where we're going to be moving to, which new province we're going to go to, what we're going to be checking out, what home valleys we like, and see about where we're going to be going to. So this is Lioness. Let's switch over now to Mary. This is Mary. You can see the old map and the new map. Looks like the bodies of water are mostly the same. It looks like some mountain ranges and some biomes have been redistributed, but the vast majority of the landmass looks to be the same. I think leading in and out of the valleys, they changed a lot of the roads and stuff. Maven says, here be dragons and all sort of beasties. I hope so. Bean says, nice, and thank you, Silent. The lizard in the bottom right corner, what the hell? Did I miss something? Let me go see. Oh, that stuff's always been there on different maps. There have been things like that before with lizards and dragons and whatnot. So that was Mary and Lioness. Let's check out Ancient. That mountain in the middle looks like it's changed a little bit there. The southern end, redistribution of biomes. The north, look up at the northwest. Right by that gate, there's a little bit of land added. Oh, all the way on the north. It looks like there's quite a bit of land added along the north end there. That looks really, really interesting. But yeah, we're getting new names for the biomes and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun to explore these. It's going to be a ton of fun to go through and explore these new maps. I'm really looking forward to this, guys. I don't know about you guys, but this is going to be a lot of fun, regardless of how much content we actually get. It's going to bring the community together. It's going to be a lot of fun to go out and make some more RP and build some more stories together. I'm still trying to get the Gwendolyn story fully edited and uploaded. Probably going to have to start doubling up on uploads some days leading up to this, because we're going to be streaming just about every day leading up to this there's a ton going on now. We have a lot to talk about. But this is the map of Ancient. Let's go ahead and switch it over to Inisgalia. Here's the map of Inisgalia. Bean says, yeah, we will have a great time. Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. Kathleen says they're putting a bunch of little dragons dungeons by where we are in Lavadon. Oh, they're putting a bunch of the small little like tent ones, you're saying? Is this Carrie's? Did I name them wrong? This is Carrie's. I just saved the files with the wrong name. Sorry about that. So this is Carrie's. I just saved them really quick. He had literally just sent them to me and I downloaded them just now. So this is Carrie's. Looks again like most of the landmass is staying the same. I think we'll be able to navigate our way around these pretty well still. I think we're going to know most of where things are. It's just going to be all the distribution of the new little camps and stuff. So this one, no, that's okay. I didn't download it yet then. Let me grab the Inisgalia one. I thought I grabbed it. Inisgalia, let's download this. Hey, the Inisgalia one that you sent me is Carrie's. You sent me the same one twice. You have to send me the other one, Silent. It's the same one. I did download it and name it correct, but they're the same in the files. If you look at Inisgalia, he says, oops. No worries, man. No, I appreciate you. If you do have one for Inisgalia, so if you do send that one over, and Norse Inisgalia changed a lot. Yeah, I look forward to seeing it. If you have it, send it on over. I'll pull it up here. So that's Inisgalia. All right, let me grab this one. Give me 1 second. All right, I got it downloaded. Let's pull it up here. Salty Veteran says, Void, did you answer my question? Had to step away for work. What was your question? I think, did you ask a question all the way at the beginning? I don't remember what it was. If you did, go ahead and ask it again and I'll do my best to answer it for you. Here is Inisgalia, I hope. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow. Check that out, guys. An entire new biome in the north. Yeah, that changed a lot. Over at Langris. Holy crap. Big changes over there. Whole new biome redistribution. This is the most changed map. You can see the colors even changing and the girth of that road, that western road that leads into the middle is like doubled in size. The biomes are redistributed along that whole entire top. That is crazy. Big changes there. There's changes all over the map on this one. This is the most changed map. Salty Veteran says no like 1 minute ago. Sorry if I missed it. If I missed anyone else's chats, I didn't mean to ignore you. I will always get to super chats. I do my best to get to channel members' messages, but if I miss some stuff, it's because I'm going back and forth a lot here. I do not intend to, it's not on purpose that I miss any of your messages. Let me scroll up here and see if I can find it. I don't actually see a message from you in recent chat box here, Salty. Go ahead and send your message again, and I'll check it out. But there you have it. Those are the changes that we can expect with the new map. What do you guys think of these changes? Let me know about what you feel about the content that's coming. Are you excited? Are you disappointed? Let your opinions be heard here. November 5th, 5 a.m. Central Standard Time is when that's going to roll out. We'll probably be able to get in at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be on the Nix RP server. There's going to be 4 hours of maintenance. Silence says it's not showing in the chat, but yes, Salty, you can from what I know. Oh, it's not showing in chat for some reason? Well, I'm curious now, what was the question? You can from what you know. You can what? I didn't mute you. No, you're not muted. You're a channel member. You would never get muted. You have a fancy star next to your name, man. No, and I appreciate all the support. No, it's just not showing for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not seeing it on stream for some reason. I'm not sure why. But I'm looking forward to this update, guys. Let me know what your favorite part about this wipe is going to be. Mine is just building more community. Because again, all this is going to be wiped before early access ends. So my favorite thing to do is to chat with you guys here, answer all your questions, and just have fun with you guys and build community. Exclamation point Discord in chat gets you a link over to our community Discord server, the Cheeky Buggers United. We have a huge community of people playing Star Citizen right now, playing Minecraft, playing World of Warcraft. Some people are still playing PAX Day. We're all going to be hopping over on PAX Day, presumably once this wipe happens. There's going to be a ton of us. We have like 135 members. It's going to be a madhouse, but it's going to be a lot of fun. My favorite thing to do is to chat with you guys here on stream and build up the community that we have. There's a ton of awesome people who have joined the community. Very mature and respectful community of people over on the Cheeky Buggers United community Discord server. So if you guys want a place to call home, if you want somewhere to hang out with people, you can join our community without joining our clan in PAX Day. And once you get that verified status, once you've been vetted, you get instant access. One application gets you access to everything. You get access to any clan that you want, any guild that you want, any private server that we host. We host private servers for all kinds of games as well. Salty Veteran says, just asking if you can join Cheeky to play other games and stay in current PAX guild who only plays PAX. Thanks, God. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's what I was just explaining, actually. So I've actually separated the process now. You can join our community and without actually joining the Order of the Blood Brothers, and you can still be friends with us and still play with us. But in order to actually get into the Order of the Blood Brothers, you would need to make the conscious decision to join that clan. But all you do is go over to our website, type exclamation point website, you fill out an application, and once you get vetted and verified, you can be you'll get the role of verified CBU member. Once you have that role, you're a community member. You've been vetted. You know that people know that you're in good faith. They know that they can trust you. You can join in other games with people. If you want to play Star Citizen, if you want to play World of Warcraft, if you want to play on the Minecraft private server, you get access to a lot of hidden channels and stuff that are for community members only, people who have been vetted. And you do not need to join the Order of the Blood Brothers in order to join our community and have fun with us in other games. But if you do want to join the Order of the Blood Brothers, it's the same process. You apply to become a verified CBU member. Once you're a verified CBU member, you can then choose to join the Order of the Blood Brothers. We don't have like cross-clanning and stuff like that, and that's because we have voice chats and things that are dedicated to the Order of the Blood Brothers, so we do keep that a little bit separate. But anybody who wants to get vetted and verified in order to join the community or the Order of the Blood Brothers, make sure you get those applications in early, because we are going to get swamped with this update. We are absolutely going to get pile-drived with just a metric shit ton of people who are wanting to apply. The game's going to explode as more and more content comes out. I know people who are just waiting and they're watching these podcasts and they're keeping up with the news for when the game goes to full release. It's going to happen that it's going to explode. So if you want to partake in the Cheeky Buggers United and everything that we're building up here and have fun with us and be able to join all of our private servers or whatever other games that we are playing, join our Discord, submit your application on our website, get vetted, get verified, and then you can choose what you want to do further down the road. But once you're in, it makes it a lot easier to actually join our clan or anything like that down the road. We do have a lot of exclusive stuff that is only for our clan members, those who have taken the blood oath and have shown their loyalty and dedication to the clan. So in order to do dungeon runs and a lot of other stuff with our, get resource distribution and get those, people to help you out with whatever it may be. We are a very, very loyal clan. You do need to actually be in the Order of the Blood Brothers to get a lot of those perks. We take care of our own first and foremost. But you can join the community without joining the Order of the Blood Brothers, Salty Veteran. Hope that answers your question for you there. Kathleen says, Raven Watch is always looking to build alliances, planning to host even more server-wide events in the future. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I mean, we only align ourselves with, and we do things very official. It ends up on our website. We write a little backstory about stuff, about your clan, but we have to 100% align with our vision and goal going forward to make sure that our alliance can be made, because we take that stuff very seriously, again, through RP. just like we do with people who are joining our clan. We're a very big clan, so it's paramount that we vet people properly. But we do the same with our alliances as well. So if that's something that you guys would want to do, you can always come see us. Once we get reestablished after the wipe, you can always come see me or any of my diplomats and go up that chain to get an alliance made and get to know each other. It has to be done through RP. That's how we do all of those things. When we make alliances and things, we'll actually get to know you in game, and then we'll strike up that alliance. We have an oath of allegiance, and a lot of this stuff can be found over on our wiki. If you type !wiki in chat, you'll get a link over to our Wikipedia where you can see a lot of our oaths, our rituals, our deities and our gods, our roster, all of that stuff. You can find it over there. So if that's something you want to do in the future, Kathleen, definitely come stop by Bloodhaven and we can have a chat and see if, maybe we can benefit each other and have a nice alliance. Yeah, there you go, veteran, Salty Veteran over on the website. That's where you can submit that application. God Silent Grace says, Kathleen, did y'all name yourselves after Ravenhall? Oh, because they are Ravenwatch. So you're asking if they named themselves after Ravenhall? No, this clan name came from a combination of 2 day 1 clans that joined together. God Silent Grace says, which ones? Kathleen says, we will watch out for you. Doug is our main ambassador. All right, yeah, sounds good. Maven Moon is our main diplomatic leader head, although I mainly do most of the alliances and stuff. If you'd like to reach out to her once the wipe happens, I'm sure she'll have a diplomatic center set up. We are going to have 2 districts. We're going to have our business district where we'll have all of our shops and things like that. And then we're going to have our residential district, I think. We're going to talk about that going forward. Now that we know, well, we don't know for sure, because again, mainframe is very vague, but it sounds like we're not getting the economy, even though it's ironic because that's the one thing that we knew we were getting that they've said adamantly is coming with the first update. It sounds like we're not getting the economy and the markets now. So that may change our vision of where we're going to build going forward. But I would like to have a nice RP area that is just houses and stuff. We're going to be talking about that as a clan at a Sanguine Council. I'm going to schedule that coming up pretty soon. Tomorrow debuts our new podcast. If you guys would like to partake in all of the lore that's going to be coming out, make sure you check out the Veiled Mythos. It's going to be our new podcast where we're talking about the backstories of our deities and stuff. We have an event coming up on the current servers before the wipe called The Omen of Oblivion, A World's End. It's going to take place on US East Danu RP in Southern Tremen and Bloodhaven, Saturday, October 26th, 2024. Everyone is welcome. It's just going to be a small get-together. We're going to all send off Bloodhaven and this world. We're going to have a small RP thing talking about the oblivion that's about to take place, but it's going to be a lot of fun to come together. It's mainly going to be a stream talking about the coming changes and our plans for the new world. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you guys are in attendance. It's going to take place, and that's Central Standard Time. It's going to take place 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on Saturday, October 26th. We're going to be gathering, and then the event will start at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Kathleen says, yeah, sounds like coal will still be cash. Probably. Probably. I mean, I still hope that they reduce the amount of charcoal you need, or at least let it cook all at the same time. It's kind of weird that like you put it in the charcoal kiln and it only cooks 1 stack at a time. I know a lot of people have suggested that as well. It would be nice if it all just cooked down at once. But guys, I'm really looking forward to doing some more spooky streams with you guys going forward. We have a bunch of mini series that we're doing here on the channel. We're going to be doing Project Winter with a bunch of people. It's a social deduction game that hosts 8 people stuck in the wilderness. And we're going to be doing the Blackout mode, which is the spooky Halloween mode. If you guys want to play any of these scary games with us, channel members, community members, always welcome to hop in stream. If I'm looking for people, I'll put out an announcement, let you guys know I'm looking for people to hop into these games with us. But that's an 8-player co-op. It's kind of co-op, but also social deduction. Very fun little unique game. We're going to be doing some streams of that. Let me know what other games you guys would like to see covered here on the channel during this spooky season. This is my favorite time of year. We're going to be going to corn mazes and fall fests and haunted houses and Halloween parties, all of that good stuff. And I want to experience that here with you guys as well. The air turns crisp. All of the bugs die and return to hell where they belong. It's my favorite time of year. You get to snuggle up and watch scary movies. Let me know what games you guys would like to see covered here on the channel, if it's just a mini series or if you want to see more of other games. We're going to be doing the Day of Vara, which is the Halloween event for Star Citizen. I need to catch up on all of that. There's a bunch of stuff going on. We're going to be doing the World of Warcraft event, some spooky games. Let me know what you guys want to see. And if you want to hop in, if it's co-op, join our Discord so you guys can hop into these games with us and have some fun here on the channel. It's going to be a busy couple weeks, a very, very busy couple weeks with the new podcast launching, with the events we have going on, with the wipe happening. We're going to be doing podcasts, PaxCasts here probably pretty regularly. I believe season 2 of PaxCast will be after the wipe. So this is all season 1 leading up to the wipe. And then once the wipe happens, we're going to do a new 30 Days of PAX Day, Proving Grounds edition. We're going to have PaxCast season 2. A lot of stuff going on now, guys. Ton of information coming out about what PAX Day is going to be shaping up to be in the future. And I'm so happy that you are all here to experience this with me and with us. It's a lot of fun to have a community to come together, be united, and have fun and excited about things in gaming. It's been a long time since I've been this excited about a game coming out. And since I've been this excited about having an awesome community to hang out with and do stuff with, again, make sure you guys join our community, join our clan, get involved. We have a lot of fun stuff coming out. But that's going to do it for me for today. I'm going to go get some food and chill out over on Discord with everybody. Again, I just got back in town recently. We were on a little mini vacation to celebrate our anniversary and my wife's birthday, but we're back in town now. And we're going to be getting back into our daily streams and to our daily stream of content. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Again, huge shout out to all of my channel members. I'm going to be getting a credits thing that I can roll here at the end. I actually don't have it finalized yet, but it's going to debut tomorrow with the first episode of the Veiled Mythos. Going to be a ton of fun. Hope you guys are interested in a lot of our own RP made lore. I'm thinking about starting one up for Star Citizen 2, but I don't know if there's a big demand for that. I know for a fact people want to see this stuff for PAX Day because you guys overwhelmingly, like almost 90% of everybody voted yes for a podcast that has to do with lore. I'm doing my best to keep up with everything. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm just one man. So I will see you guys in the future. Head over to our Discord so we can hang out over there. We're going to hang out after this as well. We're going to play some games together. I'm going to be editing a lot of content, though. I have those podcasts to make. I do those. I record that stuff studio style, and then I do the voiceover and everything. So it's going to be a lot of work to get those going for you guys, but I know you guys want to see those. That's going to do it for me for this one. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Descends with shadows deep, in blood heaven, no souls asleep. The blood moon rises in crimson light, casting its light upon the night. Winds howl through the hollow trees, a whispering chant carried on the breeze. Under the blood moon, in Bloodhaven skies, darkness awakens and the dead arise. Wolves in the distance, the witch's song, in Bloodhaven streets the night belongs. Lanterns flicker, casting ghastly forms. In the cemetery something stirs and storms. The graves crack open, their secrets revealed. In Bloodhaven no fate is sealed. A chill creeps in through stone and bone, as spirits of the lost make their presence known. Under the blood moon, in Bloodhaven skies, darkness awakens and the dead arise. Wolves in the distance, the witch's song, in Bloodhaven streets the night belongs. Through cobbled streets, footsteps fade, ghostly hands reach from the grave. No mercy here in the blood moon's glow, Bloodhaven's light is all you'll know. awakens and the dead arise. Wolves in the distance, the witch's song. In Bloodhaven streets the night belongs. Beneath the blood moon's gaze the shadows sway. In Bloodhaven's light the night will stay.